What's up, good people? We are back in the building, once again, about to get this thing started. You see the title, you see the thumbnail. We're going to be joined by LAR Movement. I just sent the brother the link, so he will be joining us momentarily. Like to welcome everybody to the show, no matter when you're catching it, whether you're catching it live right now or you're catching it on the restream. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in. Let's get this thing going. Let's get this thing started. Let's go. And I don't got the intro ready. Intro is ready. Here we go. There we go. I think y'all can hear it.
Peace, folks. This is X from TPOT Media. Open your mind and wake your black ass up. You know what time it is. Hit that damn like button as you make your way in the door. Grab a seat, settle in, get ready. It's the Grown Man Hour with your host, my man, Bernard Riley.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mumia Obsidian Ali. You know who I am. I need no introduction, right? And you're listening to the Grown Man Hour with my man Bernard Riley, heard weekdays right here on YouTube. What do you think about that? How about that? Now let's get back on with the show. Thank you.
We got LAR Movement still moving in the building. What's going on?
What's happening?
Glad to have you back. We had to do it on a Sunday, doing Sunday service for y'all today.
Sunday I had to put on my golf shirt. I'm sorry.
No, you good. got on the golf shirt. That's funny. But shout out to everybody that make it in bright and early. It's already 49 people piling on in here on this Sunday morning. I got your Negroes skipping church, but y'all didn't go anyway. Shout out to Omega Dreads in the building. Shout out to the Early Bird Squad, those that make it in bright and early. Osama Abdu came through, said this will be a great show. LAR Movement does some of the best collabs in the Black Manosphere. His most underrated brother in the game. Shout out to you, Osama Abdu. We appreciate and agree with the kind words you said about LAR, though. Definitely agree. LAR is O'Shea been calling him the GOAT for a while, and I agree. But in LAR, ain't you done put $20 in the Sunday service collection plate? I'm gonna get that right back to you, man. Your money's no good here, man. I'm hitting you right back with that. Excalibur in the building. Shout out to Excalibur. M. Perry. Who else we got in here? Trump Toys. That's interesting. And who else? Canis Lupus. Shout out to everybody that made it in bright and early. Make sure y'all hit the like button. I'm about to go ahead and hit that like button myself as soon as I pull it up. But we are joined by LAR, no doubt legend in this space. Been around forever. Last time we did a one-on-one, I asked you about it. You said you've been doing this upwards of 8 years, correct? Something like that.
It might be 9 or 10. Look, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, man, that's what's up, man. We definitely gotta salute brothers that have been steady and consistent in this space for a minute. Shout out to everybody who making it on in. Make sure y'all hit that like button. What's up? Are you and O'Shea still doing another y'all? The brother pill is coming. Have I been missing it, or is y'all like it's not in season right now? What's
kind of like it's sporadic.
Okay, all right.
Because I don't want to, we're supposed to have another host.
Mm-hmm.
So it's because it always was 3 people.
Yeah.
So we kind of like inching into doing it, just pre-doing it before the third person comes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're trying to find that third.
No, we know who it is.
Oh, okay.
It's just we ain't set up the time schedule yet.
Can y'all announce who it is yet, or?
Well, hey, I mean.
Oh man, that's gonna be a wild one. That's gonna be a wild one. Because y'all normally got a good flow with it, where O'Shea hosting, and then you give your laid back, reasonable commentary. Then y'all normally have a high energy person that take over the show, and that it's like a perfect balance. So that's why that's why Obsidian definitely fits the bill for being that person, because y'all had Donovan doing that. Y'all even had Steve the Dean doing that, even though anybody like him. Y'all had Steve.
Say what y'all want. That was some of the most fun ones, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Steve be wilding, but don't nobody like him. But he brings the heat. He brings the heat. But yeah, no, y'all definitely had some good seasons of that. I'm plotting on potentially biting y'all swag, because I want to do something like if I like a trio myself and do like a reoccurring thing with. So I'm gonna try. I'm plotting on something like that. I don't got it together. Oh shit! I'm spilling coffee. I ain't contacted nobody. I'm hold on. See, this early. It's Sunday morning. All right, I'm just about to wait till I ask LAR a long-winded question, so I can play. So I can finally go and play with that. So I can go off camera and get my coffee cup together. The top don't want to go on, but man, I'm glad you came on back. Want to try to get you in here more often as possible. But before we get going, another super chat came through. My man Black Wolf Inc. said it's the Captain Bernard and the Prophet LAR movement still moving. Is a great team up. Time for the mellow and chill pill. Salute, brothers. Right on. Yeah, we 2 people who don't. I mean, there's been some niggas that made me get a little animated on here a couple times, but would you say that's just part of your personality, or is it a conscious decision you make to just not have a blow up on the air, or is that just your chill personality altogether? That laugh sounds guilty.
It's a conscious decision for the most part, because I'm a real trash talker on a regular basis.
Oh, okay.
Like, I go to work and cuss my coworkers out just for the fun of it, just to say good morning. I'll be like, "What's up, mother?" Like, so I'm trying my best on this. Like, this is a subdued me, but it's morning time, so you might get something else.
Yeah, man. You've been titled one of the most level-headed, reasonable people in this space, and people have called me that too. There's people like mediocre tutorials and reviews who very balanced, and I like people like that. When people operate like that, I feel like the conversation is inching closer to the truth, and not just the crazy ramblings in somebody's head that might be right. Sometimes crazy people be right when they just get to yelling and screaming. But when somebody is keeping it calm and cool and measured, I'm like, yeah, they definitely they're definitely somebody who's interested in the truth. Shout out to We Kill Dragons, aka Truth As I Know It, in the chat. I see you down there. Me and him did an excellent one-on-one about submission, where it was titled Demand Submission or something like that, but it was a very level conversation as well. So shout out to him definitely think you should go check that one out if you haven't checked that one out already. But getting into the topic that we're talking about here, the social contract versus a legal contract, and this could go a number of different ways, because I'm somebody who have always said in these conversations, when we talking about, whether we talking about marriage, whether we talking about the laws in this country, family court laws, all of that stuff, I think what's more important than all of that is the social contract. And by social contract, and you could let me know what you think of when you hear social contract, because as people like Zero have said, part of the reason for the manosphere, not just the black manosphere, but the manosphere as a whole, is to try to deal with, repair the social contract between men and women, or in this case, we're talking about black men and black women. And I think the social contract is so all over the place, to where, a woman gets impregnated by a man, she thinks his only job is to give her money. She didn't even think. I honestly think they don't even think about his role in raising the kid. She's just looking at it as, all right, this is my baby, we over here, and your job is you being a parent is money going from your wallet to my hand. That's it. That's and so it's like the social contract is so jumbled up and twisted up, and to the point to where the laws almost don't matter. Just left our own devices, we gonna do the wrong thing and kill each other. So let's start right there and talk about that. Just your whole take on the social contract versus a legal contract and all of that. Go ahead. I drop it off right there. You can take it where you want to take it.
I think the social contract is definitely broken. It's been broken. But I think us as men, we're inconsistent.
Uh-oh.
Because we don't want to act like it's broken. Just like the women that you said, the women know it's broken, so they're playing the game of, I want this one when it's convenient, I want this one when it's convenient. We're like, well, I don't think it's broken for real. So, it can't be that bad. No, it's that bad. Like, a lot of us don't want to just say, if it's a broken contract, it's going to be a broken contract. Is we finished or is we done? Like, we don't have that oomph to just say, all right, if it's everywhere, it's going to be everywhere. Because a lot of the talking points stem from, we already know what the women are going to do. We know they're going to use the contract when it benefits them. So we're the ones who keep upholding the contract when it doesn't benefit us. And you can put the kids in it. My bad.
Oh no, go ahead. I like where you're going with it.
You can put the kids in it, you can put the family in it, you can put the reputation in it, you can put the community in it. But at the end of the day, the only way somebody's gonna respect a broken contract if both parties act like it's broken.
So when you say, are we finished or are we done? Like, so in that sense, what are you saying that black men need to understand, need to operate accordingly, like it's a broken contract? But what most people in this space hear is they hear either leave women alone altogether or leave black women alone altogether. They hear some MGTOW monk or just some hard SYSBM type stuff. And I don't think you're a proponent of either one of those. So what exactly do you mean with the, are we finished or are we done? If the contract is broken, let's act like it's broken and move accordingly. So what exactly do you mean? What measures are you saying that we should be willing to take with that one?
Well, let's just take it for a regular social contract. If you have a friend that lies to you, you're going to treat your friend like a liar. If you have a friend who steals from you, you're going to treat your friend like a thief. If you got a friend that manipulates you, you're going to treat your friend like a manipulator. So the bulk of everything is accepting who you're dealing with and treat them accordingly. Like, if we X'd out the sexual component or the companionship component, we would treat people accordingly. If it's a contract, whether it's social or legal, that's a business move. So are you going to handle your business, or are you going to handle your business until you get some?
Wait, hold on. Say that part again. If we X'd out the sexual and the and another component, go ahead.
Companionship. Am I breaking up?
You did for a second, but overall you good.
Okay.
And real quick, what poster is that behind you? What is that?
That's Muhammad Ali.
I can't even see. It's like a glare. I can't see it. I just read. Okay, there you go. I see it now. It was like a glare. I couldn't see what was going on. I got you now.
Yeah, it's an old poster.
Yeah, I got
the actual one behind me over here.
Yeah, that's the knockout Sonny Liston pose right. after he did that weird punch where he like punched down at him and then came up into an uppercut stance. It was a weird punch, but he knocked him out with that shit. It's like he was bouncing back and then boom. It was an unorthodox punch, but knocked him the hell out. But all right.
That's the Phantom Punch. Everybody,
I didn't even know that punch had a name, but yeah, that's
what they call it. Because the reason why he's doing that is because he's like, I ain't even hit you. Like get your ass up. Because it was rumored that Sonny threw the fight. So that's why that's the animosity in the swing.
But okay, that was a second fight.
Yes.
Okay, because that first fight, he whooped his ass legit. Yeah, but yeah, so they saying he threw the second fight. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot about that. They were saying that when I heard somebody talking about that, I just glazed over. I was like, nah, don't take it from Ali. But yeah. But anyway, where was we at? I got distracted by the poster. Where was we at?
The companionship aspect.
Yeah. You taking relationship and companionship off the table. We would act accordingly. You're saying we would do it like it was a business deal, and somebody who you're doing business with, they shiesty, they crooked. You would do business accordingly if you must do business with them.
Absolutely. This idea that like I might say something. And I said this morning, so you might get the person that's talking trash at work today. Stop holding out for somebody, for the hope that somebody's gonna be a better person. Because see, if it's a broken social contract, there's still this religious doctrine or feeling that one day they're gonna turn it all around. Like we're treating the social contract like we treat white people with Jesus. Like one day they're gonna stop all this crazy stuff. Like, no. Like
when you say, okay, hold on. Here's an important question. When you say one day they're gonna turn it all, like quit treating them like one day they're gonna turn it all around. Are you talking about a black man dealing with an individual black woman? Or are you talking about black men as a group thinking that someday black women gonna turn the corner overall?
The second, the latter.
Woo, that one is a tougher one. Cause put it like this, I will always tell a dude, if a chick is showing you that she's a bad person, but believe she is a bad person and act accordingly and move on. But to the overall group, that's where I get charged up with having, taking dosages of hopium, where I'm hopeful that that things on a larger scale could get better. Things, the bell curve can trend in a different way, or so to speak. You understand what I'm saying? I'm hopeful of that. I actually am. But if you saying the latter, the second part of it, just overall as a group, it's just gonna be what it is, and it's gonna act accordingly. So it's like even though you're the reasonable person here, but I don't know if you know it, but you de facto saying let it burn.
You got some Usher playing? Like, if you find an individual, cool. But here's the truth about this. Even part of the red pill rhetoric and part of red pill rage stems from you're dating an individual or individuals who you dated under the auspices of the group mentality. Like all these individual women have a story of a guy. So your youth, you was I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm not gonna be that guy. Not realizing she dated you as a group, not an individual. You're dating her as an individual, trying to say that you're different from the group. And if you're gonna take this into consideration, you got to do it both ways. Not like you gotta We don't date our ladies as in you are part of the group, so I'm gonna treat you like you part of the group until further notice. You know, we all ain't, you know, we've been through the stage, we all ain't no good. My homegirl used to call us jackals and vultures. You know, so you know, jackals and vultures have females in the clique too now, like they both sexes. And it goes back to this. Some of y'all don't want to believe, don't want to say this, don't want to admit this, don't want to believe this, but the subconscious ideology of your mom being good and your dad being bad is spilled into your dating life.
It did into mine for so long that men are bad, women are good. That's why. That's why. I'm keep telling myself I ain't gonna be talking about my marriage on here, but it's always a flashpoint where I could say, yeah, I went into it thinking men are bad, women are good, and so it's something that you said that I'm not going to be that guy. Man, I'm not going to be that guy itis. I'm not going to be that guy who does this wrong thing, who does this, who treats women like this, who does that. I was trying so hard not to be that guy. It was just so easy to get gas lit into anything. It was just a whole storm. You haven't cussed yet. I'm trying not to cuss. We might end up doing a clean show. I was about to say it was a whole feces storm of things going on. But man, you definitely said something good there with the man bad, woman good. It's like a lot of people have that mentality. I know. It's like me and my woman, we had a conversation, I think just yesterday, where she got that in her head. It's like she's very blue pill, and it's cute. I mean, it's okay, but you know, for real, because she would tell me a story about something, and I'll be listening to it, and I'll be like, you do understand that this woman is you do understand that this woman is cheating on this man in this situation, right? She's like, no. She's like, I'm like, no. I had to just walk her through it. Like, so yeah. It's some people who just got it engraved into their head to where they think that women are good, men are bad, and it's like so many brothers can't get over that. And even in the manosphere, where this is like the church of pushing back against that notion, is still some of us in the camp that can't get over that. Hold your thought. I do want to get your response to that, but I got to holler at these super chats real quick. I'll make a dreads in the building. Says Banzai in the broken law of equivalent. Is that Banzai? Like Banzai drop?
Yeah.
Like Yokozuna. Yeah. Banzai in the broken law of equivalent exchange has devastating definable features in which repercussions will be phenomenal across genders and class and race. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. Snuggles in the building says, can anyone tell me if they have such conversations like these in older cultures of people? I hope you don't mind the question. Do you know what you can answer that question if you gather what he's trying to say. You smoking over there?
Man, I'm getting my incense on. I've been listening to Bob Marley.
Okay, you be burning incense. You got you.
I'm burning sage on the social contract. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna be on. Don't let me catch you. Let me catch you with a dachiki on over there, burning. All right.
No, man. Like other cultures talk about this stuff too. I don't know why we think they don't. They just have a different not necessarily approach, but they do actually have a different approach, but they also have they're okay if it's effective. They don't care. Like we have this thing where if it's got to be effective and make you feel good. Other people like, is it effective? Cool. You feel good after all the, the good stuff is done. So other cultures always talk about this. Like I got coworkers of all different races, and the guys talk about the same thing. The women talk about the same thing. It's just they expect a different response from each other. If it goes this way, this is what we're doing. If it goes that way, this is what we're doing. They know how the men are going to operate. They know how the women are going to operate.
Yeah, I was about to ask you to elaborate on that. They don't care if it's effective. Give me an example. Like, what do you mean by that? They have these conversations. They don't care if it's effective. They just like whatever.
Like, we want to play this game where misogyny and misandry, right? Feminism and equality, right? Well, other groups, they have the same things going on, but here's the problem. The thing is, okay, are we eating? The root, you know, do we have shelter? Are we eating? Are you clothed? Is your life in order? Are the kids in order? Is the family in order? Yeah, well, obviously we're doing something right. We're not about to do something wrong because you wanted to see if we could do it right this way. Because if you can't do it right without, if you need all of this help to get it done right, then it ain't right. This idea that other women want to be out into the world and this, that, and the third, but they already know what goes with it. Okay, screw it. This morning time.
Go on, wake us up.
Some of y'all don't want to take into consideration the rebellious feminist women of other cultures come to us because we're more pliable than their men. So
I think it was actually some research and some studies done on that when they asked women why they like dealing with black men. That was what they reported or said. But go ahead, carry on.
If I could be rebellious and I could do what I want to do, fine. I can get one of them. Okay, cool. What's gonna happen with that though? Some brothers don't ask the question, what does that mean for you? Like other groups, is the money in the bank? Check. We doing something right. Is the house paid off or almost paid off? Check. We doing something right. Are the kids in order? Check. We doing something right. I'm not saying that these other groups don't have fallouts, because they do. But when they have fallouts, both people gonna pay a cost. You don't just get to run off into the sunset winning after you screw somebody over. That's what other cultures like. One thing that we don't do properly, we don't yank the support system from people. That's where we mess up. If you want to do what you want to do, cool. Do it on your own. You don't do it with the support system. That's why other groups, if you listen to them, if they wanted to do something outside of the framework of what the family wants, the direction of the family, they got to do it in secrecy. And if it pops, that's when they come back. They don't go, oh, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. Y'all help me, because they know their family not gonna help. They lie about it. Like, yeah, I'm doing it. I actually made it doing this, parents. Oh, okay, all right, cool.
Yeah, they let you back to the Thanksgiving table if you make it. Being a battle rapper, they let you back in then. But if you want to stray off the path and go do that and be living in a box somewhere doing that, not following our directions, you're gonna do that by yourself. But if you make $1 million doing it, okay, fine, come on back. That's what they do. That's interesting. That's interesting. One thing you said she dated you as a group. Explain. I think I know what you meant by that, but go ahead and elaborate on that one. What do you mean by that? She dated you as a group.
When you're younger, because I'm gonna take this young man specifically, you're gonna meet young ladies who are gonna give you the spiel about men. They're not even old enough to date men sometimes. I could go from 16 to 25, 26. And these men, do you date men? Yes. Yeah, right. So when you're dating these young ladies, they are dating you as a group. They're not dating whoever your name is. They're not dating James. They're not dating Frank. Frank is an old name. So James Samaj, let's get it, some name that you done messed up. They're not dating you, the person. They're dating you to see if you're different from the group. And usually, if you really want to be honest, you're getting hustled. Because truth be told, a lot of us fall for that rhetoric and we wind up going above and beyond. you know, because I'm different from the group. You know, it's the dating version of "you speak so well." So, you know, and you're not, you know, people, the guys from the outside take it as insult. You on the inside, like, no, I speak so well. They say I speak so well. And I'm a good guy. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. For those that don't know, "you speak so well," that was a Chris Rock joke when I forgot what black politician he was talking about. This was pre-Obama. It might have, I don't know if he was talking about Colin Powell or something. I don't know who he was
I
talking.
think so.
It was a black politician where whenever white people would talk about him and describe him, they would say, "He speaks so well." It's like, the dude was a potential presidential candidate. How the hell he's supposed to talk? But yeah, that came from a Chris Rock joke where that was the best compliment they could say about a black man who's in line for running for president. He speaks so well. Like, so yeah, that was a good parallel you drew right there. I think you on to something with that. They date him as a group, but hold on, let me see. Chief BD in the building. He says these O's ain't loyal. Shout out to you, Doug, in the building with a super chat. Appreciate that. Black Uru Strikes. He says, "Is no contract if you cannot enforce and punish." Okay, this is the slap. these Negroes who from the Slapaho tribe. They're from the Smackaho tribe. They like enforce and punish, but that enforcement and punishment, when you look at other cultures, it comes more from the social contract, because white men in this country, they can't slap their woman up, and she can call the police. She literally can call the police on him and do the same BS. she can pull the same stunts. She could leave, try to take the kids. She could do this. She could try to pull it off, and it's legal back and forth. So that's what I'm saying. They got a tighter social contract where they make conscious decisions. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to think about the greater good.
That's tied. Like, people forget that's tied to the fact that you have no support system. See,
okay.
the people, those social contracts that you can enforce and punish people. That's what do you call that? That's punishment and consequence after you do what you wanted to do. After you go out and you go left, and you think it's gonna work, and then the support system is yanked from you. Now you got to come back prodigal son style, and now you about to get enforced and punished. See, a lot of times we don't want to take into consideration this ideology or the aspect of, if you break the social contract and I got to pay for it, oh, you're just not going to come back. You're not coming back and getting a hug.
Right.
Other groups go, oh, you did what? Oh, okay. All right, cool. Because other people don't want to pay for you to go left either. We're in a community that your support system will pay for you to go left. Oh, you did that? Oh, that's messed up. But God know your heart. So we're gonna hold you down until you figure this stupid stuff out. And then I'm like, oh, okay. Other people, I need your help. I went left. What did you do? Oh, I'm not helping you with that. You're not taking food off my table. You're not running up my light bill, because of that. Nah. That's where we're wrong. And a lot of
go ahead, go on and go. Set it off.
A lot of y'all don't want to say this, and I guess I might coin this phrase today. A lot of y'all have been in, a part of, or have been a support system simp. See, the reason why all of this stuff goes left, because if somebody calls you for a favor, you've helped them, and you got a gut feeling that they did something in the wrong. We never took you know what? I don't care how bad your situation is. You got yourself into that, I'm not helping you. We don't do that. And a lot of people, when you look back on your past, a lot of families don't do that. You could say that. You could even say that with the the stereotype of a family helping the criminal-minded people more than the people who are on the right track.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, what you gonna do? Oh man, you know what? This kid, you know, they murdered 17 infants, but we got to hold them down. Like what? Oh, yeah, I know that was extreme. You know, my baby girls tried to get the bag, but she didn't rob 30 people. That was extreme. But y'all let them in your house though. All right. To get
Are you reading that?
Look, I know what you're saying, but that I'm a level-headed person this morning, and I will say we don't want to talk about the guys who are looking for girls that are wayward because they've been on a drought. See, a wayward fine woman is like a gameless guy's come up. You know, yeah. Your life is falling apart. Your life is falling apart. You need a place to stay, don't you? You need something to eat. Oh, you know what, girl? I got steaks in here. Yeah. You need water? I got bottled water. I got what you need. Keep messing up your life. You're gonna be the third girlfriend I had the last 5 years with this. Like,
that's funny, man. Say that again. You said a wayward fine woman is a dream come true to a what? To a dude with no game.
To a gameless guy. Like,
because I've always said I ain't really had no game when I was out there. I remember one time one of the baddest chicks I got with. I mean, I caught her slipping on her birthday weekend. she was ready to go. She was ready to go. I was like, all right, I caught her.
Why do you think? Remember when strip club, it's still big, but strip club culture was a little bit bigger back in the day, like maybe 5 years ago. If you go into a strip club 5-10 years ago, you would see a bit of everybody, but you'll see a lot of weirdos who could pay.
Weirdos
like he just bought that outfit. You know he don't dress like that. You know.
Oh, okay.
And the reason why they're there is because I know one of y'all going through something. I know one of y'all going through something. You know, a lot of y'all don't want to talk about the guys. How come you 72 years old and you're at the college campus? I know she going through something. You know what I'm saying? Just call me Glucose Greg, baby, because I'm gonna be the sugar daddy. Like, you know what's popping. A lot of y'all like dating. A lot of y'all don't live in the hood, but you sure like dating hood chicks. I wonder why. Because hood chicks don't know that they that fine because they're in the hood. So you just pulling up, you know, oh, you got a Chrysler? You know, okay. What you think you doing? You coming up. You getting that, what is that first, Baltic Avenue on Monopoly? You getting that Baltic Avenue sex because it only costs you $10 to get it because you coming from a high place. But we got to get on these women, man.
Get out of there, Tank Johnson, talking about some ain't no sex like hood sex, man. I'm not on hood chicks, man. I mess with a couple of them. Some dudes got a preference for it. I used to say, don't no dude have a preference for hood chick until I came to I started listening to some of these conversations and I heard dudes saying it. I still in my mind think that what they're really saying is easy, and you might find some that are easily impressed by nothing. So I think that's what they really saying. But I don't care for the hood chicks, man. Go ahead.
Ain't no sex like hood sex until you wind up with a baby mama. Until they call Jarquavius to ride by your house.
Did you listen to my show? It was Simp Stories. I think it was at the beginning of.
I didn't hear the whole thing though.
Did you hear when dude said he was messing with a chick? he was babysitting. He was wiping ass and cleaning up piss and for the kid. He was babysitting the kid for her and whatnot. So he was simped out babysitting the kid and doing all kind of stuff for her. And the baby daddy was in jail or prison or whatever. And keep in mind, he had been, through messing with this chick and babysitting the kid, he ended up getting the key to her house now. So baby daddy got out of prison. You think she told him? You think they had a conversation about it? You would think, right? You would think there would be a sit down. Okay, we got a situation here. Our baby daddy just got released early. I know me and you been kind of doing something, but this is the father of my child, and we're going to try to, take a chance at being a family now. I'm sorry. Nope. She just, I guess, picked the baby daddy up from prison, took him to the house. Homeboy with the key still got the key, just came and turned the key and walked in. Dude in the shower, baby daddy in the shower. He knew he knew she wasn't home because he had just talked to her. I think he knew she was at work. So he just like, who the hell in the shower? So apparently he got into a fight with almost got into a fight with a butt naked man who came running out the shower like, nigga, what you doing here?
Why does this sound like the scene that we could have really had in Baby Boy? You got the audacity to come to my baby house. Man, forget your fort, little homie. It's my hood.
Man, so yeah, he was getting swung at and shot at. He said he was getting shot at by a butt naked dude running out the shower. So for all the hood sex is the best sex, niggas out there. Okay, just know that you might get into a fight with a butt naked man. You might get into a fight with a butt naked man who just got out of prison. I'm just saying.
First of all, I don't care if guys went to jail, but I'm not fighting no wet naked guy. I can tell you that right now. You win, player. It's over. You the champion, baby. I'm out. No, we ain't got nothing to fight about. Go get a towel. I'm gonna go ahead and put this key on the counter. I'm out of here. You're not. No. What if you had to wrestle that guy? What happens? I don't want to wind up in an awkward position with a wet naked guy.
I've heard stories of dudes who had to fight. I've heard the story of one dude who walked in on his woman and had to fight a naked dude who I assume had an erection, and another guy that I know who was messing with a chick that had a man, and while he was in it, he's sitting there, he tearing it up, and then just boom, got punched in the back of the head, and he had to get up with an erection and fight the guy. So leave them hood chicks alone and leave women who in relationships alone. They're like, I ain't it.
If anybody has ever wrestled, there's a point where you might have to grab a person's legs. That's not the way. Hey, dog. No.
Yeah, man. It's so
no sharpshooter tonight. Okay.
Yeah, man. I don't do them hood chicks. I ain't trying to have. No, I don't do them hood chicks. I have before. I ain't gonna lie, but no, that's been put behind me for a while now. J3 in the building says, I spent a lot of money on you, Diamond. Melvin from Players Club Boys. Yeah, he wasn't going for it. Snuggles back in the building. He says, you all keep talking about hood sex. What is the difference in other people with different mindset when it comes to sex? I'll let you have that, LAR. You probably got experience with some hood chicks, so go ahead.
Go just throw me under the bus like that.
Yeah. You've been there.
I mean, well, the difference is very simple. You mess with a hood chick, she can have a mental breakdown for one. You don't need that. See, a lot of y'all think having a mental breakdown with somebody who's not hood is just as bad. You have a hood person have a mental breakdown, they're gonna call somebody to risk their life against you.
Mm-hmm.
People who are not like that, they don't have nobody to call. Okay. Like a hood chick who loses it is close to the same level as a white chick that hollers rape. You gonna lose some time in your life, whether you like it or not. Maybe, you know what? I'll give you an example.
O'Shea Duke Jackson in the building. It says one half of the mighty brother Pill. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. I'm stealing LAR from you. We doing the nigga pill. Goddamn. All right, go.
I know a guy. I know a lot of guys who have crazy stories. I'm not including myself, so this guy's I know a guy, but this is not my story.
You know a guy, okay? We know this disclaimer. LAR is not telling a personal story about his life. This is somebody else that he know.
2 stories, quick. Hood chicks. So the guy is dating a girl. I'm tripping, and she's like, I think I love you. He says, huh? Girl, I can't be seen with you. You a sea donkey. The girl proceeds to go into her closet and gets this big 38. And she comes out. And your boy got to run through the front door and climb a tree to get to the 3rd floor of this apartment complex so she doesn't shoot him. So hood sex has a downside. Oh, in the other story, same guy actually. Woman's house. Because see, a lot of times we don't, I'll get into that later. But he's at this woman's house and he's getting a thrill out of smashing somebody's old lady. Until her man comes home. And he's in the closet. This was before the R. Kelly song. Calling us on the phone. He gonna kill me, bro. I'm in the closet right now. I don't know what to do. He done pulled up. He about to cut out. I noticed he gonna kill me. So let's just say friends had to roll over and cause a diversion in the parking lot so this guy could run out of the house to check on his car while he sneaks out of his house, out of this guy's house to not get killed by this guy because he was in the closet. See, you could do that. Or I don't know if any of y'all ever been in a hood relationship where somebody getting beef in the car gets shot up, or they break into the house and the house gets shot up.
Mm-hmm.
See, I do know people like that too. Some people fake being dead so they could live, and some people actually got killed. So I mean, hey man, if it's good, hey man, if you ready to get your rocks off with that one last time, go for it.
Yeah, sometimes hood chicks, they somebody, I think somebody alluded to how they got to argue before the sex. They get horny after a good fight.
Like I'll tell you the number one. Like I turned off a hood chick. I turned off a hood chick with this doing that one day. She was arguing with me, and I was like, "Listen, if you just want to have rough sex, you just say that. We ain't got to do all this argument. Let's just get to it." Her whole demeanor just was like, yeah, you didn't know how to respond to that. Like all that fighting, man, you don't need that.
Yeah,
pin her down, hold her neck, pull her weave out, you tracks all in the bit. Man, you don't need all to do all that, man.
Yeah, and there's a way to go about that anyway without an engineered fight. An engineered fight where you don't even realize that that's what's going on. She's trying to lead it to that. You just like, okay, she crazy. I'm about to get the hell out of here. No, it's foreplay. I didn't know. I was trying to get the hell out of it. And sometimes they will say some not quite feminine sounding stuff during sex. So that's another thing too.
Oh.
You just did the Rick Ross. I was about to go with a Serena Williams grunt, but you just went for Rick Ross. Oh.
Throw your whole thing off.
That's funny.
I'm killing it, but what? Boss.
Man, how we get on that? Oh man, that was funny stuff. All right, man, we gotta get off hood sex. We gotta get off hood sex. I know some of y'all are into that. That's y'all thing. Y'all like to. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, let's.
I'll give you one.
Uh-oh.
So since y'all like hood chicks so much, I got a homeboy. He says the tricks work. The trick works every time. So you got a hood chick, and he said you behind it, you getting it. He said she gonna turn around. He said start flexing your chest like Terry Crews while you're hitting it. She's gonna drive him crazy. So all of y'all who like that at hood, yeah, exactly. I laughed so hard when he told me. He was like, "But it works."
He said, "Start flexing your chest like Terry Crews."
They're gonna look back at you, and you're gonna start flexing while you just start flexing your chest. It was like it works. It drives him crazy, dog.
It took me a minute because I forgot. I forgot about them Terry Crews commercials and how I used to incorporate his little chest thing and everything. It took me a minute, but yeah, I got it now. But yeah, oh man, that's some funny shit. I forgot where we was at before. Snuggles threw off the whole show with that super chat about. He asked us this one question about hood sex, and we went down a rabbit hole. I'm trying to dig us back out. I don't know where we was at before that rabbit hole, but I remember you had said. Yeah. No, but I remember you had said something about they date you as a group. It's like it's a whole group thing going on, and I noticed this and I noticed this with my woman. This is one. I mean, she's a good chick. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But it was a small thing I had to correct where she was essentially always asking me, well, why do men think this or why do they think that? Or I was like, because she was trying to understand me, but she was trying to do it from a general perspective. You see what I'm saying? She was generally looking at how men think and what men do, because she was trying to figure out what was making me tick. And I was like, no, you're doing it wrong. I'm an individual. If you're trying to figure out something about me, you need to talk to me. But even a decent chick still looks at men as this big broad thing, and that affects and influences how they deal with men. Like you hear it all the time, how they will I mean, we got it bad in the black community with black men. It's like no matter we've heard the arguments, no matter what a black man is doing, is even if they got to pull out even if you're doing everything right, even if some of them they got to pull out you're in a white man's country, they even if they got to go to that Trump card, it's like so it ends up in a situation where nothing you're doing it matters, because it's like that goes back to a social contract is done, is corrupted. And what the fuck is it? Let's see, I met Dr. Bernard, did she touch you somewhere? What the hell? All right, Tank Johnson, I'm assuming that was a typo. All right, carry on. Go ahead, LAR. You was about to say something.
She's not dating you as an individual. She's dating you as an avatar. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. She's dating you as an avatar. Even when it comes to our capabilities as a group, your capabilities as a man is tied to our capability as a group. Your attraction as a man is tied to our attraction as a group. You're not an individual. And even on the flip side, what you say about the white man's country, the funniest part about that has always been to me, black and white ain't the only two races in America. So every other group is a white man's country too, right? Mm-hmm. So you can't interracially date and date somebody Asian or Hispanic and say, oh, but you're not gonna say, but you're living in a white man's country. You're not gonna do it. Mm-hmm. What if you? Well,
no, he will get judged on his merits as his individual merits then. So it's like they know how to turn it off when necessary. If they date a man of another race who's not white, what is this individual doing? Carry on.
That's the crux of quote unquote. That's why part of this contract. The contract is void because a social contract is between two groups. But then you get down to the individuals, then this is where people get messed up, where individuals have a social contract and they step in and out of the contract because they add the group one day and then they add themselves another day. So now this is where we're at. We're in a predicament where you don't know whether, you don't decipher if the social contract is about you and this person as an individual, or you and that group, or that group versus you. So with other groups, that's all differentiated. With us, it's not. So you can't keep playing that game. You know, that game is really going to stress you out. Because a lot of us have wasted a lot of time trying to be Superman for the group for no reason. You know, in the social contract, you can only be Lex Luthor anyways.
Explain that. I love comic book references in these discussions. So go ahead and elaborate on that one.
You can only be the smart, rich, bad guy. You know, you can't be the poor, good guy who came from with a good heart. You know, that guy is not gonna, under the social contract, he's not a good guy because he doesn't have anything. You know, people, you know, using it as a comic book reference. Lois was never attracted to Clark. There was no hypergamy there. Batman, on the other hand, even though he had, but women wanted Batman. Numerous women. Superman had all the power in the world. Then he got in regular clothes, and it's like, you're just a tall dude with glasses on. Batman, on the other hand, he was a playboy at Bruce, and as Batman, he was a whole different thing. You can only be Lex. Or, I take that back. You can either be Lex, or what is the one that not Darkseid, the other one that killed Superman, with the bone things coming out of his face.
Help us out in the chat, yeah.
But the thing that just goes around destroying stuff.
Doomsday. Yeah, there we go.
Thank you, Doomsday. Either you're gonna be Lex or Doomsday. That's it. That's at best what you're gonna be seen as. And the social contract has an age limit, because see, when you quote unquote young and dumb, that's one social contract. When you're old and now you need some help, that's a different social contract. See, people don't want to say, okay, 20 to 30, one social contract, 30 to 40, another social contract, 40 to 50, another social contract. And a lot of this is based on the mistakes you made from 20 to 30, 30 to 40. And so, guys, I mean, a lot of us are living in the cracks. We're not living in the nuances. We're not actually living in the black and white of the situation.
All right. Snuggles back in the building with the super chat says, I like the chemistry that both of you have together. All we have to find now is a catalyst, activate the concoction. This will blow up very big. Yeah, the face you making is how I was. That's what my brain was doing when I was reading it. But I think I got what he's saying. He's basically saying got good chemistry, good show. I think that's what he meant. Shout out to Snuggles, always coming through with the $5 super chats and questions that will sometimes throw off the whole. that may throw off the show in a good way or a bad way, depending on the question that he threw out there. But shout out to Snuggles. Appreciate the support. Appreciate everybody who's in the building on this Sunday morning.
I'm sorry. But for the records,
go ahead.
For the record, Snuggles made you actually say Snuggles' name on a regular basis. You was fighting that for a while.
I was fighting. I gave in. He wasn't moving. He was like, I'm not changing my name, and I'm gonna keep super chatting you $5 at a time until you just embrace it. I've embraced it. I've embraced it. I ain't fighting it no more. It's Snuggle. That's his name. It is what it is. He won. He won. He definitely won. He said, "Blank man, you could be blank man." Speaking of.
Oh shit.
All right. Speaking of Superman, I'm hoping at some iteration of Superman movies that they just add into the folklore that when he put on those glasses, that it's sort of like, did you see Ready Player One?
Oh yeah. I didn't watch the whole. I know what you're talking about.
Okay, it was when they walked around in a little fictional world, they could buy some glasses, like some Clark Kent. They called it like Clark Kent glasses, where because like the main character in that movie had became kind of famous because he beat a particular mission and became famous, so he had to buy like the Clark Kent glasses that just changed the way everybody viewed him. And so I'm like, they need to change it. They need to add that to the folklore of Superman. Like his glasses are kind of like powerful or magical to where they just change the way people see him. Because one reason why I didn't like Superman, I just could not get over that people don't know that that's Superman just because he put on some glasses. I just couldn't get over that. So those glasses need to have some kind of cloak to them to where when he put them on, they just change the way people view him. They just make him a little smaller, little skinnier, maybe 4 inches shorter, just so because I can't get past it. I can't.
Okay. What I'm about to say is gonna be trifling. It is gonna be off topic, but it's gonna be trifling. That is the best part of comics and superheroes for me, is that in some ways white people made characters so obvious that it made white people look stupid.
Yeah,
like you can't have a twin. Like, Superman doesn't have a twin. You know, Batman, who can afford all of this stuff? There's only one person in the city, Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Like the only person that ever made sense was Martian Manhunter, because he could transform himself into a different person. Everybody else was always like, this is too obvious, bro.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Yeah. Well, how come it's a crime and the wind just blows real fast and this guy disappears? Well, obviously he's the Flash.
How is it that Peter Parker was always coming up with those exclusive pictures of Spider-Man that nobody else could get?
Like in any other circumstance, you know, what are you talking about? That was all like, wow. We'll never know the secret identity. See, that's what I loved about, like, Iron Man was the only true one. Because Iron Man and the Fantastic Four was like, oh, that's me. I don't even need a name. Y'all know who I am. This is me on Monday, and this is me on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Everybody else was.
I wasn't into the comics, and I never even watched the Iron Man cartoon. But the Iron Man movie, obviously in the first movie, he announced at the end of the movie that I am Iron Man. Was it always like that? In all the Tony Stark, everything, everybody knew Tony Stark was Iron Man all through it, the cartoons, the comic books.
Yeah, because I mean, the beautiful part about Robert Downey Jr. playing Tony Stark was a drunk.
Mm-hmm.
That was the best part, because Robert Downey Jr. was getting all kinds of shit. So that's the same person.
Yeah.
You know, so he was always that guy. Like, yeah, I'm Tony Stark. I'm about to throw back a couple beers, a couple shots. I might do a line of cocaine. Let me put it on this iron thing, and I'm flying away. That was, everybody knew who it was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, War Machine. That's Tony Friend that he ain't gonna never give the good shit to. So he ain't gonna never be better than him.
You know what? I said one day that Tony Stark is kind of an asshole because he got all those Iron Man suits and they out there fighting freaking aliens from outer space. Like you can't let Black Widow or Hawkeye just borrow your 17th worst suit and just get him. Hawkeye out there just with a cut off t-shirt on, shooting at monsters with bow and arrows. Let him borrow a suit, man. Let Black Widow borrow a suit. Even Captain America could damn near use one. I mean,
he was a straight asshole. I love those guys.
Yeah, he had like 17 of them suits. He could have let somebody use one, but Black Widow.
The best character. I hate to say this. I'm sorry. The best superhero character of all time for me is Professor X, because he could tell the world. He could tell the world what to do, but he can't tell his legs how to walk. He's my best character.
I just thought about it. He would have the mind power, the telekinetic mind power. Like he could move this cup. He could move everything else. He could use his mind power, move his legs, and still maintain regular conversations and functions, even with a little small part of his brain was just moving his legs around. I just thought about that.
He's best character ever.
Yeah, he is legit my favorite character in all of it. Oddly, I mean, other than like Wolverine, I like Wolverine, but just far as a character that I don't know what it is about Charles Xavier. I like that he got all that mind power. It's like he could. I remember looking at the first X-Men movie. Everything that they was fighting for, it was like a little political battle. It's like he could have literally just used his brain power either through cerebral or just walking up to him and just inceptioning their ass on the spot and got them to do what he wanted them to do and pass whatever legislation he wanted to. But he pulled back. It's like he had to be somewhat benevolent and reason with them. You know, he wanted them to come to the conclusion on their own. But he could have, like, if somebody was evil with Charles Xavier power, it'd be over. It'd be curtains. The only other character, Dr. Manhattan was a character that was just uber through the roof powerful. Just if you look at the original Watchmen movie.
I never liked the dude walking around naked all the time.
I got past that. I was just like, whatever. But but if he was just amoral. If he just was apathetic and didn't give a damn. So that was the only reason that character worked. And that's part of the reason why I don't like Superman, because Superman got all that power and he give a damn. It's like you could get more done, you know. It's like if you that powerful and you care. Dr. Manhattan was that powerful, but was apathetic, so it made sense. But anyway, Black Wolf in the building says, "Hey, Captain, when are you guys going to start filming Mo Money?" I have no idea what you're talking about. Mo Money 2. Message, tune in next time on In Living Color.
This one, yeah.
All right, let's see where we're going. I like when we veer off into a comic book discussion. I never want to put it in a title that's what we're talking about, because I feel like people ain't gonna show up. But when we just segue into it, the audience.
Tell you what, I got it, because it's still part of the social contract, right? Using comic books as a reference, our social contract is similar to Professor X and Magneto. Real Professor X always hoping for the best, knowing Magneto gonna break the contract. They are Magneto, knowing you know what I'm gonna do. I don't know why you keep having this conversation with me about. Oh, I'm gonna come around, all right. I'm gonna tear this mother up right now. Yep.
Yeah.
And we are, you know, just like I'm gonna tell her what to do, but I can't tell my legs how to walk.
Shout out to Daryl Arrow. He said he had to take a drug to walk, but it takes his power. No, we're saying even while paralyzed, if he can move everything else around. Wait, hold on. I'm not mixing up him and Jean Grey power, because Jean Grey could like make a cup move across. But Xavier can make stuff move with his mind too, right? Or no? Am I tripping?
It's technically.
Yeah, because he would.
Because he had that floating shell.
Exactly. Yeah, he made stuff move around. But either way it go, it's hard for me to
make you do things. He can make you do whatever he wanted to do with his mind.
Exactly.
He could get in your mind and make so he can't get in his own mind and make his damn legs walk.
Exactly. There it is. If he could make somebody else pick up a gun and shoot themselves, then he can make his own body pick up and walk. He could have made himself walk with or without the drugs. But I do understand that was in X-Men Days of Future Past, which is one of the better X-Men movies, by the way. I didn't like it because Wolverine didn't have his antimontium. I think I said that word wrong, but he didn't have his metal claws throughout most of the movie. I didn't like that because that was, it went back in time, took place before he had to experiment or something like that.
You don't want to know nothing about that dude, man.
What'd you say?
Gambit was always my favorite character.
Yeah, I mean, Gambit was cool. He was cool. It was. If it wasn't for Wolverine, people would have probably gravitated more to Gambit more. That's why they said they didn't put Gambit in the original X-Men movies, because they said, well, the excuse they gave was his powers were, they said his personality was too similar to Wolverine, and his powers, what they said, was very similar to Cyclops. They didn't want somebody just throwing, even though I didn't think their powers were similar, but I mean, they didn't want two people throwing or shooting red ping stuff at people. But the personality was too similar to Wolverine. That's why they left him out. But I think that was
I'm gonna say this. I love Gambit because Gambit was is the true essence of what a lot of us guys do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing. Girl, I want you so bad. I'm gonna try to see if you can suck the life out of me. Because that's all he was doing with Rogue. Yeah, you gonna kill me? Come on. Mm-hmm. Like, I got a lot of energy. Bet you I ain't gonna die tonight. Like, every day you see that dude.
Wow. He was just hell-bent and determined to be with a chick that was gonna literally suck the life out of him. That's funny. Yes. You're kind of freezing. It's like your audio isn't stopping, but your video is having sporadically moments where it's not sinking in right with your voice. Like right now you froze. I don't know what's going on or why.
Like I see me moving, so on the other end I'm freezing. Jesus.
But I mean the audio is good. So I mean I'm not tripping on it. The audience haven't complained about it, because I think long as the people can hear you, they okay. But your video is freezing. I don't know if you can do anything about that. If you can, do something about it, but I don't think it matter too much. But Al in the building says LAR shaming niggas in wheelchairs with spinners. Black Wolf Inc. in the building says, I think Batman and Joker is a similar scenario. Batman won't kill Joker, even though Joker is a mass terrorist that just ruins lives and causes chaos. Yeah, a lot of people have drawn that parallel right there, where sometimes men will be in situations where the woman is the Joker, and she could use the fact that you care to manipulate you, sort of like the Joker dangling a citizen of Gotham, dangling him over a building. If he if he drop him, Batman gonna have to run and dive and go chase him, like he dove out the window for Rachel. Where the smart thing to do is, no, you got the Joker right there, catch him, and then you're gonna prevent all possible people getting through off a roof in the future. But no, you got to go dive and save that one person when you could save the city of Gotham by getting rid of him right there while he's in front of you. Just zap him, push the little button right there, make the little bat claws, zap him in the neck, and he done. But no, he won't do that. He got to go jump off the roof to save a civilian.
Why can't y'all just accept the fact that superheroes, the mantra of superhero and villain, is narcissistic on the base level? These guys just don't want to be unemployed. That's it. Superhero, the way they write superheroes, they don't want to be unemployed. Batman could kill a Joker. He could kill the Croc. He could kill the rest of it, but he wouldn't have a job. Superman could kill Lex Luthor, but he wouldn't have a job. These guys just want attention.
But in The Dark Knight, the Joker said that. The Joker copped to it when Batman said, well, why do you want to kill me? He was like, kill you? He's like, I don't want to kill you. You complete me. He was basically like, I need you. What am I gonna do without you?
No, I'm saying that's People don't want to say that.
Joker understood that Batman gave him job security as a criminal. He understood.
No, I'm saying Batman understands that the Joker gives him job security.
Right. That's why I know. I understood what you're saying. I was just saying the Joker are already cop to it. The superheroes don't want to cop to it. That's why they keep people alive. That's like Superman. Superman could just walk up to Lex Luthor and thump him in the forehead hard as he can and kill him, but he's failed to do that.
Can I cuss? Go
ahead. We already here. Go ahead.
Superman is the biggest bitch of all heroes because he has the ability to pick you up and throw you into the sun. There is no body. There is no evidence. He can literally just pick you up from anywhere on the planet, swoop you up, and disappear.
Yeah, that's why I can't never get with Superman. He got too much power, and he genuinely cares about saving the world. Like you can get this done. Okay, they write him as a character who cares about saving the world. So I'm like, you got the power to get this done. You could take the bad guys and just throw them out in outer space. No, you could throw them into the sun. You could do anything.
Superman does all this shit because Clark couldn't hit Lois, so he gonna do it. That's all that is. That's it. He just wanted to hit Lois from the back, little super soft pumps. That's it. Dude's not a hero. You think all them people he heard screaming, think of a motherfucker that could be as fast as light, as sound, and can hit everything in the world. Does he help everybody? No. A bitch falling off a building named Lois goes, Clark, and he just, he did all that for some ass. And she was the worst human being possible. Every superhero's quote unquote girlfriend / love interest was the worst human being of all time because they were always getting fights with villains. It wasn't like they would hunt them down. They would go, oh, you know what? He's trying to take over. I'm going to run over there. Like, bitch, sit your dumb ass down. You don't have no superpower.
Oh man. We done went all the way.
Was smart.
Yeah, he was. We
no, he wasn't. Batman got me too by a bitch and didn't say nothing.
Which one? What?
Batman got drugged by
Catwoman?
No.
That sounds like some Catwoman. And by the way, Catwoman and Batman got an extremely toxic relationship. I don't know what's going on with that one. But anyway, go. Who Me Too?
You made me think about something. Rachel Al Ghul daughter, because Damian Wayne came from a Me Too movement. He got drugged and she took it while he was out of it. But by the way, I just realized something that you just said. Have you ever noticed that only the black characters are fertile? Because white superheroes seem to be very infertile.
What black characters are fertile?
The Black Green Lantern.
Okay.
All the Black Lightning.
Okay.
The black characters have kids. The only other person I can say that's around here fucking is Wolverine. Everybody else don't really have kids like that. The black characters wind up having kids. Fucking Black Panther has a kid. The white characters, they got to get like DNA splicing and shit.
Oh man.
I just realized the Cyclops don't have no kids.
Nope. Him and Jean Grey, they should have had some.
The thing, girlfriend, you know what? That's messed up. That's just homicide.
Somebody said Magneto got 3 kids.
Yeah, Magneto was fucking.
Yeah, but I know he had kids though. I know he had kids.
Quicksilver.
Oh wait, no, he did. No, he did in one of those X-Men movies. He did. I think he did have a kid.
Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, and I forgot the other one.
Yeah.
But a lot of them superheroes don't have kids.
I want to get back on subject real fast, but just very briefly, since you mentioned Scarlet Witch, are you watching
WandaVision? I'm watching clips. I ain't watching the show.
All right. it actually has gotten good. Those first 2 episodes, they was trolling us with the black and white stuff, but it's gotten better. It's gotten better. But when they was doing the whole black and white sitcom thing, I was like, they got to be trolling us. But it's gotten pretty good. But if you ain't seen it, we can go talk about it. I just wanted to get you. I was going to try to get you a quick 30-second review of it, but it's pretty good. It's gotten good. It's gotten good. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the Captain America, or I should say, you know, the Falcon, and dang, I'm having a brain fart on. Well, yeah, Winter Soldier. They got a series. Him and Bucky and Falcon. Yeah, they got a series coming out next month. So that's right around the corner. So yeah, I can't wait for that one. So I like what they doing, putting out them series that are literally taking place right in the MCU. So, you know, WandaVision, it references everything that's happening in the MCU. It's you know, they had the snap and everything you know, taking place in there. So there we go. But anyway,
so a witch smashing a robot. Okay, understood.
Yeah, and had a kid. 2 kids.
What?
Okay, I'm sorry. I mean, spoiler alert. My bad. But anyway.
Wait a minute. So, you know,
it's all kind of stuff going on. I mean, I thought they were like figments of her imagination because I thought the whole world was, but the whole it's so much going on. It's so much going on there. But Wayman Brown in the building said 51% of Black superheroes are childless
oh shit.
Oh man, I wasn't ready for that one.
64% of superheroes in the middle class.
64% of Black superheroes are in the middle class. 51% are single and childless.
71% of the Black female superheroes are single mothers. and their children are villains who are uneducated.
80% of Black superheroes kids born to a single Black female superhero become villains by the age of 18.
Who was your daddy? Spawn.
There's only like 8 Black superheroes to choose from, but he don't know which one of them is his daddy. He don't know. It's either T'Challa or War Machine. I don't know one of them. You don't know who his daddy is. All right. We Kill Dragons, aka Truth as I Know It, in the building says, LAR, if you were to get married, would you require a submissive woman? If not, why would you not need submissiveness?
Well, I mean, my woman now is that. So, I mean, I can't be around somebody who's not like that. That's aggravating.
Right on.
Like I think some of us put up with at the least somebody who doesn't cooperate too long. And this idea that, you know, like I said earlier, this idea is going to get better. If they're not like that, don't be around them. I would rather, and I'm not saying this about my lady because she's not, but I would rather be with an ugly, submissive woman than a pretty, crazy, a pretty, just pretty, whatever, aggressive woman. I wouldn't do it. Mm-hmm. But she got to have body though. But, you know, I don't care.
Man, yeah. That's what I be telling dudes. Yeah.
Like a lot of you, like, it's not worth it. No.
Yeah, you get about a 6 in the face, small waist, fat ass with a good head on her shoulders. You winning. That's a W.
See, y'all don't want to. A lot of cats. We've come to a time where, I think they did. I think they're trying to.
What?
They did recast.
Oh, they said they wasn't. I hope they do, because I don't think they can carry on that story without T'Challa. That would just be weird. So I hope they do recast it.
The guy from what is it, Bridgeton on Netflix? The British with the beard, light skinned dude.
Hold on, wait, they having a light skinned dude play the role?
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't approve that message. You can't be you can't be the damn light skinned king of Wakanda in some homogeneous ethno state. The goddamn royal bloodline can't be light skinned. So it is no.
Like personally, if it was me, there's only like 3 people I would pick.
Okay, let me hear this one.
One is the guy that plays Franklin Saint. There's only like 3 people. The other, if he could get in shape, is the guy from the first Top Boy. That's the character in For Life. I know both of them guys British, but him, because I think they could do that. And at this particular point, I would probably do Denzel's son, because he could fit it, you know. So it's like, but my first choice would probably be Franklin Saint. You know, I feel like some Idris, because Franklin Saint character has a little bit of that in it.
Mm-hmm. I like that you threw Denzel's son out there. Hold on, I got background. I do like that you threw Denzel's son out there. I watched that movie Tenet. He was real good in that, but I gotta, like most people that watch Tenet, I gotta watch Tenet again so I can understand it. It was a little confusing, but Christopher Nolan typically can do no wrong. He did Dark Knight, Inception, Dark Knight Rises, Memento is an older one he did back in 2000 that was real good. Before he even had a budget, he made a badass, very mind trippy, brainy, low budget movie back in 2000. And Interstellar, that's one of my favorite movies. I liked Interstellar a lot. I like a sci-fi movie that does the best it possibly can to keep the science accurate. Neil deGrasse Tyson gave the science in that movie, I think, a A-, and that he graded the hell out of science fiction movies. He graded them tough. He gave that either a B+ or an A-. So it was they kept it scientifically accurate as possible until it got to the point at the end where they had to take some liberties. But no, Interstellar was a damn good movie. Inception was bad as hell. Dark Knight Rises Dark Knight was the shit. Dark Knight Rises was good. And so yeah, Christopher Nolan make damn good movies. But
Tenet took a minute for me. I was like, what? God, what? Where? What?
Yeah.
Go where?
I know. I'm going to like Tenet when I watch it again. Probably gonna take 2 more times, but I'm gonna like it. I know I'm going to like it. It was a good movie. I just gotta watch it again and maybe again after that. But shit.
It's ahead of its time. It's like Riddick.
What?
It's ahead of its time. Like, to me, Riddick is one of those movies that was ahead of its time.
Like Chronicles of Riddick?
Yeah.
What is Riddick? Okay, yeah. I barely watched that.
No, because Tenet is a movie where you really have, like, because he did Inception, it's similar, but the way Tenet is set up is like you've never seen something like that before.
Right.
You've never seen a concept like that before. So when it's something that's never seen when I've never seen a concept before, I'm like, yeah, this is probably ahead of its time. This is something that's probably gonna revisit 10, 20 years from now.
Yeah, I was having a hard time understanding the time travel element versus the going in reverse element. It just was too. My brain wasn't wrapping around it. I understand that things was happening in reverse. Memento was a movie where where the movie played in reverse because the person in the movie, the main character, had a brain damage. So he wanted you to see it from his perspective. So you couldn't see what happened before. You just could see what happened when he was in that situation, because like after every either 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or 5 minutes, then he forget everything that happened before that. He couldn't remember nothing after his injury. So he just had to live in the moment. So they played the movie in reverse so you can experience it in the moment like him. So he make movies with like a real trippy concept. So that's why I know that Tenet was good. I just gotta circle back into it. That movie Looper was great. Also, it was alright. It was alright. It was like I like a time travel. I like time travel movies. So I give Looper.
I like. Did you? What was the one, the black one on Netflix? When the kids made the backpack that went back in time.
I liked that one too. That was called See You Yesterday or something like that. Yeah, that was all right. It was kind of weird that they threw like a Black Lives Matter spin into a time travel movie. It was like it was different concepts that you don't see merging together. But it was a police shooting that happened, an unlawful shooting of a black man, and the kids was making a time travel machine in the garage, and so they like, oh shoot, we can save Tony, and then they tried to save Tony, and then so anyway. But so it was. Go ahead.
I'm about to do it. It's a movie that the manosphere could use because the black girl in there gets everybody killed because she just can't control herself.
What movie is that?
The See You Yesterday.
Oh, she I'm trying to think.
You remember she got her, the brother got killed, then she went back in time, and the friend got killed, and she went back. Don't go here, don't.
I'm okay. She was doing stuff off script that she wasn't supposed to be doing that was causing more stuff to go wrong. I couldn't remember why things kept going wrong, but yeah, that was okay. Yeah,
you gotta do this. I don't want to do that. I want to do it.
Yeah. See, I forgot all about all those intricate details, but that was Bane. That was Bane in the building with the super chat. Shout out to you. I like something that when Truth Is I Know It, who trying to force us to beat the dead horse of the submission discussion with that super chat. I like something that you said where he said, do you require submissiveness, or would you ever get married, and would you require submissiveness? If so, if not, then why wouldn't you, or blah blah blah. And you said it the exact right way, exactly what I say regarding my woman, is that she's already like that. She came like that. Anything that had to get worked on was just little small ticks, little small things, is certain things that I like or don't like that she didn't know that I had to say, hey, no, don't do that. Or no, that don't make sense. Or I had to, we had to talk about some things, but overall, she showed up in pocket and acting like she got some damn sense. And that's more or less what it comes down to. And this circles back to what we're talking about, the social contract. A woman who's operating, her default is operating in the right way, in a way that's conducive to a happy, healthy, functioning, flourishing relationship. Should you get in a relationship, a woman who show up operating like that, and the things that you got to tweak about her is relatively small things just to meet your liking. And a lot of people try to make it seem like you have to full blown be trying to go through some huge overhaul on some woman's personality and character and everything, who she is, because she just need guidance and leadership. And if you just lead properly, this otherwise out of pocket combative chick going to just form into something else on you. It's like I hate when people, because that's like the school of gaslighting that they try to send us to. That it's like no. That's why I love the way you said that. Like, no, my woman is already like that. That's how she is, and it is what it is, and that's that. So
y'all don't want to admit that.
What you say?
Y'all don't want to admit that collectively we're looking at black women like we're the crocodile hunter. Like I gotta sneak up on her from the back. And we've got to put this one to rest. I've got to jump on her. Crikey! Hold her down. Like.
Have you heard my Avatar analogy since we've been talking about movies? How they want you to do what the Na'vi had to do when they had to find one of the dragons, the wild banshee, to fly with. They want you to climb they want you to climb to the top of the floating mountains of Pandora where the wild banshee is, and the one that chooses you, how do I know? How do I know she chooses me? Because she will try to kill you. So you got to avoid being killed by this wild creature, wrestle it down into a rapey position, attach one of your appendages to hers, and then force her to submit and fly straight. It's like we quit sending brothers on wild goose hunts and missions to wrestle down a wild banshee. I'm like, no, they got to come right. If you're a decent brother with your head on straight, they got to show up right, acting like they got some damn sense out the gate, and small tweaks to get them right. You know,
it's the reverse. It's really just projection. Like, we're projected to be savages, but we're dating them like they're savages. You know, so it's a funny little thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and on the flip side about this, a lot of this has to do with a lot of people. Oh shit. A lot of people talk a lot about sex, and it's a lot of people who are late bloomers in the sexual aspect. So a lot of this is the shit you put up with when you ain't done all the freaky stuff you wanted to do yet.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, a lot of people can't even get to the social contract because I want to have a threesome. You know what I'm saying? I want to have a wrestling match with baby oil in the living room. Like until you finish all of that, you're not even going to get to the social contract. You know, I want to do 34 and a half with a midget. Like, it's that, you know.
34. Oh, damn, that went over my head. 34 and a half with a midget.
It's that.
Oh, man.
Until you get it out. Because this is all the game is about. The game is about getting women, and a lot of people, and the women are about getting bad. Truthfully, a lot of that's about getting guys or dating bad guys, about getting guys to get your black blown out splendiferously. You know, mm-hmm. And then when all of that happened, and you got all of the juice out you, now you can think about what you really want.
Yeah. Yeah. The niggas 34 and a half with a midget. Yeah, that was funny. That was funny. You caught me off guard with that one. I wasn't ready for that one. We mentioned the legal contract, and that does deal with marriage. And one thing on this show, a flashpoint on this show, I do talk about men being the leader of the home, leader of their family, talk about patriarchy and all of that. What do you think about the notion, the concept of all that coming about in either a non-legal, non-state sanctioned way, or what are your thoughts on state sanctioned? And we ain't got to spend too much time on that. We didn't beat this one pretty bad on my show, but what's your thought on state sanctioned marriage? Or 1-on-1? Do you plan on having some more kids or getting married-ish in some kind of way?
Kids, no.
Okay.
The second one, maybe. The second one, I'm thinking about that. I'm really considering that.
Right on.
Here's the thing. I've over the years, because I talked to some of my like my older cousin, my uncle, and all that. And one thing they've come to tell me over time is, if you got a plan, if you got a program, if you got your life together, even if it goes left, that ain't gonna stop. So it's gonna definitely put a dent in it, mm-hmm. but it ain't gonna stop. So even state sanctioned and not state sanctioned, the thing is, make sure you're going in a particular direction before you even had that conversation with somebody. Because a lot of people want to quote unquote build together, but truth of the matter is, y'all might be building two separate things. And that may be what doesn't work. If two people can't accept that either they're building the same thing or they're building two separate things. Because now I'm starting to look at it in the sense of, do people want to be together to build a better life, or do people want to be together so somebody can pay for them to have a better life?
Yeah, that's what it'd be sounding like on Kevin Samuels' show when the chicks call in and you say, okay, why do you want a high value man? What it amounts to is the lifestyle. That's what a lot of them say. Some of them will mask it under, or legitimately, you know, even though their logic may be flawed, they will say they want their intellectual, financial equal or whatever, this or that. But a lot of them just basically saying, oh yeah, just the lifestyle. So you got a fair point going on there, but carry on.
I mean, if it's about a lifestyle, what I'm about to say might hurt somebody's feelings, so I'm sorry. If it's about a lifestyle, and if that's not your lifestyle already, you don't deserve it. You didn't earn it. Shut up and get what you get.
But what if she cute, pretty, soft, feminine, and just wanna love a man and take care of the family and pop out his babies and be a good wife and follow his lead and all of that? Can you say she don't deserve it?
No.
Okay, she don't deserve, but you understand that she might get it if she play her cards right.
Absolutely. But like, does a bitch woman deserve to be a starter? No. You know, and the reason I'm saying it this way is because I was tying it to lifestyle. If you get with a person and it upgrades you, that's cool. But this idea that if you can't upgrade yourself, stop asking for something that you can't do. Because in my personal opinion, with all of this social media stuff, it's far easier for a woman to make a living using social media as an extra income or as a whole income than it is for guys.
That's true, but see, okay, well, this is the rabbit hole I want to go down with this one. When you're saying if you can't upgrade your own life, stop asking other people to do it. Now, what we end up in that situation is we're telling women to get out there and compete in masculine man world, while also saying that your degree and all of that stuff, your money, don't none of that matter. It's your physical appearance and how you present yourself and how you act, and rather not you're pretty, polite, and could follow a man lead is what matters. You see how we can run into a contradiction where we're saying both of those things matter at the same time, but go ahead.
Now it sounds like we're acting like we don't have a social contract, doesn't it?
Would you say that again?
Now it sounds like we're going to be acting as if we don't have a social contract, doesn't it?
We're acting as if we don't have one?
Right. That would go.
I'm talking. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm talking like we do got one.
And I'm talking like we don't.
Okay. Oh, so you're saying because we don't, they need to show up with their shit together and money and resources and a job in hand, because it ain't no social contract. So if I'm grinding and I'm making 100,000, when you grind, you make 100,000. When we both like each other and get along, we can come together. If we break up, we can split amicably because we both put into the pot, so we can separate. We can split up the pot together and go our separate ways.
The reason why I'm saying this is because that sounds exactly like their argument. That sounds exactly like their argument. I need somebody on my level doing what I do, who got an education like this, who make this amount of money or more. And if I can't get that, I don't want it. And if it works out and I get them, I want to take something or the bulk of stuff on the way out. So we're gonna have to enter the same contract, the same non-contract, the same way. Because guess what? What I'm about to say, our preferences, is gonna hurt some feelings. Your family didn't do it for you. And 9 times out of 10, if you're a guy, your family did more for the girls than the guys. So why the hell do you, if your family did more to prop up the girls in your family and didn't do anything to prop you up, and now you're gonna be a grown man and now you gotta pay for a wedding that her family ain't gonna pay for, but her family put her through school, but the same family wouldn't put you through school? See, even the family doesn't hold up the social contract when it's time to for actual marriage. So let's act like the way it is. Because when people say two of the reasons for divorce is either finances or sex. Well, if it's finances, it usually starts with the wedding. That's
with the
wedding
what?
first. The wedding.
Oh, wedding. Okay.
It starts with the wedding, and then it now it stems out into like student loans and then lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
So if your family didn't hold up their end of the bargain,
Mm-hmm.
why should I hold up my end of the bargain? You're not gonna hold up your end of the bargain. Why should I hold up mine?
I like where you're taking it, because you're taking it in the route of where, hold on, I'm having a little technical okay, there it go. You're taking it in a direction, okay, where you're talking about a partnership, basically, but a partnership where you be the leader or whatnot. But women look at that, oh, okay, they want their intellectual, financial equal. If they've accomplished this, they want the guy that has accomplished that. And I always have to put out the for the women, just so y'all know, there are more black men making six figures than black women making six figures. So let's just make sure we understand that, because they like to think that they up here and black men just down there scraping the toilets and shit. But okay, it's more black men make more money than black women. Let's make that very clear. But so if we go with that model that a woman needs to bring to the table economically what you bring to the table, and we go with that, okay, for the sake of not having a combative power struggle of a relationship, the man needs to be the leader. But women look at it as, oh, well, I want my financial equal and blah, 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 blah. Oh, but because I'm financially equal to you, well, I don't got to submit and do what you're saying. So this is a partnership where I got say, and then it turns into that combative back and forth that ends up with the problem. So it's almost like you're going to end up down the road of a problem, because I'm not hearing it from women where, oh yeah, I want a man that makes the same amount of money as me, but I also want to submit to him and follow his lead. You see the problem?
Right. And that's what I mean by I'm going to have this conversation as if I'm not abiding by a social contract. As in, no, I ain't got to be your leader. It's no social contract, remember? I'm going to do whatever I want to do when we together, just like you're going to do whatever you want to do when we together. It's finna be boys' night out. I'm going to go on vacation just like you. I'm going to go get my fade. And well, I ain't got a fade, but that's not none of your business. But get my cigars, go kicking it, go to the bar, just like you want to go on vacation. I'm gonna do whatever I want to do, just like you do whatever you want to do with my money. It's not gonna be your money is your money and my money is our money. It's gonna be my money is my money, your money is your money, and if you short, that's on you.
Okay, so you sound like you talking about a 50-50 open relationship.
Emphasis on open.
Open.
It ain't really 50-50. It's 100. You take all of your shit. I take all of my shit. See, ain't no social contract. If it ain't no social contract, I'm not tied to leading you. If you going down the path of damnation, that's on you.
All right. So do y'all live together in this situation?
Let's go down that rabbit hole. Let's see if we live together.
See, right now it sounds like you're talking about it two people that don't live together.
Exactly.
So I can follow it.
Exactly.
So do y'all live together?
So now you gotta.
She can't be living under your roof and still taking a girl's trip.
Hey, let me think this through. You gotta be coming on that.
Yeah, you gotta pick up your dribble for a second. Like, hold on. They pick up my dribble, call it timeout.
Get a 20-second TV timeout.
Yeah, give me a 20-second timeout. Got to draw up another play. Because it sounds like you're talking about it from the perspective of, it sounds like you're talking about it from the perspective of two people who we like each other, we get along well. I make my money, do my thing over here, got my bills over there. You make your money, got your bills, you pay your bills, you do your thing over there. We together when we together, we apart when we apart, and that accounts to just a happy life. I understand that, but if we start moving in a direction where it's going towards something that resembles a marriage or a under the same roof relationship, you run into problems with that philosophy. That's like a single man, not quite a MGTOW, but a single man who got like a girlfriend who's loosely his girlfriend. You know what I mean?
Let me preface this. No contract, right?
Okay.
Broken contract. This is my answer to if you want a social contract again.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody who's a parent will understand this concept. Sometimes your kids really think they're doing whatever they want to do, and that's going to work. And sometimes, you know what? You go, you know what? I'm sick of arguing with you about this. I'm going to let you do whatever it is you want to do. But I'm going to do what I want to do too now. So you put your children in a position where, okay, go out and do that. oh no, this is my house. This is my food. These are my lights. Like you can't, no. You don't get to benefit off of, you benefit off of what you want to do. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying, if the contract is broken, make it so advantageous that people will want to have to come back to the table. Because what we're doing is we're supporting the idea that it's broken by not operating as if it's broken. So the living together, I had to call a timeout and draw up a new play for the living. There's no living together. Because you on your own. I'm on my own. I could leave with no fault breakup.
Oh shit, you froze. I can't even hear nothing. Okay. That no fault breakup was a good one. hold on. Mr. Shane Vicious says, seems like roommates with benefits, which I enjoy. Yeah. Where we at? But
tell me if you can hear me now.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Actually,
what the hell going on?
I wasn't gonna do a panel today. But I gotta use the damn bathroom. So I don't know if you got something you can freestyle on for like 5 minutes while I go use the bathroom.
Okay, well, I freestyled before. I think we got this. Let me hold on. Just throw up a comment real quick and I'll see where we going. I see it.
That one?
If you don't want to live. Like, and like going.
All right, I gotta run. I'll be right back.
Ooh, if you don't want to live full time with your kids, okay, no problem. I got you. Okay, so they're perfect for you if you don't want to do anything like that. Not necessarily, but I definitely get it. Because if you don't want to, they'll make you. Like it works in reverse. The men who want to be with their kids are the people that get ran off. The people that don't want to be with the kids is the people that they run the kids to. So, if you want to go to court, go to court. My opinion is you go to court, be prepared. Spend your money first. Because, it's going to be disrespectful at the end of the day to you as a father. It's changing, but very slowly. Now, Black women are good for some things, but since, like I said, we're operating without a social contract, let's operate like that. Like, you can be just as much a Pookie and Ray Ray, because Pookie and Ray Ray really are not operating on a social contract. They're operating on a financial contract. That's I'm gonna do this because you take care of this. You know what I'm saying? They're in need. They're in desperate positions. And same with the women. The women are in need of sex, so that's a bargain for in desperation. But with the social part of it, no. Do whatever you want to do. But so, like some of y'all, okay, if you want Black women in those circumstances, the only problem is you gotta take the family with it. See, a lot of times what we don't talk about is when it comes to creating children or family, whether you're single or married, you're gonna take on their family too. So their family shenanigans are gonna be into your life. If they families together, it's gonna be part of your life. Now, the reason that's important is because a family that got it together is not gonna want to be taking care of your responsibility. A family that doesn't have it together is going to want to take care of your responsibility because they're going to want to, how can I say this properly? There are a lot of fucked up grandparents who are trying to actually relive and reparent somebody else's kids because they fucked up. So this is part of the social contract in the sense of when families and parenting comes along. So grandmama was a horrible mom, so now she wants to be a grandmother in the best way so she can make up for that. So now we got a situation where that gets into the way. Like everybody who's trying to relive their dreams and redo their wrongs through another generation is part of what causes this problem. And the only problem, because we talk about guys like being mama's boys, I think it's bigger with the ladies because there's so many ladies whose mom hold too much of a threshold in their lives at the point it ruins them and the generation coming after them. Because some of this stuff is actually deprogramming from a bad ideology from the mother. Uh-oh, my mic is cracking. Shit. Hold up. Tell me. Hold on, fam. Is it still cracking? Before I even say anything, is it still cracking? But it might not be the mic cracking. It might be this thing doing this. But hold up. So, no, serious. At the end of the day, we're in a situation where what I've been trying to say this whole time is you don't have to be a stand-up guy and you don't have to be solid for people who are moist. You get what I'm saying? And what I mean by like people who you want to be solid as a rock for somebody who's about as solid as Plato. It's not going to work. It's just not. Because basically what's going to wind up happening is you're going to put yourself in a position where you're screwed. And this is how our quote unquote social contract between men and women are. You had a grown man and a grown woman coming together, and the part of the social contract that's built in with you is you got to rectify what dad did wrong, you got to rectify what the boyfriends did wrong, and you got to rectify what the mentors did wrong. That doesn't work both ways at all. She's not going to rectify what your mom did wrong. She's not going to rectify what your girlfriends did wrong. And she's not going to rectify what your mentors did wrong. It's not going to happen. I don't know what the hell's going on with my thing, man. But this is where we're at. If y'all want to play this game, because that's what it is. All this social contract really is just a game for one person to get ahead of another person while using a person. That's it. That's all it is. Uh-oh. They told me I was cracking, so I don't know what the hell happened.
Yeah, I was hearing, because when I went upstairs, I was listening to it on my tablet, and I was hearing some cracking too, but I wasn't hearing none of that cracking when me and you was talking right now. So we'll see if the cracking, see if it's still cracking while we're going.
Release right now. The cracking.
See, right now, yeah, see, it went away. So it's like when I'm here, it's not cracking. When I'm gone, it's cracking. So it's like a weird, weird thing. I don't know, but either way it go.
That happened before with O'Shea. I was like, what the hell is that?
Yep. Either way it go, we good to go. Babe Blotter News says, I'm not looking to an unseasoned woman. I think we have to raise and hold her hand and tell her that I am a leader. No announcement needed for some of us. What do you think about the concept? I shouldn't even say the concept. They talk a lot about, we listen to women in this space talking about men or that. And they talk about you need to be a leader. You got to have leadership skills. We're just lacking leadership. Even when we talk about everything black women doing wrong, it's leadership. We just need more leadership. And I'm like, I always say if leadership was something that you actually wanted, you would make leadership skills a prerequisite before you gave raw sexual access to a man. So they can stop with the whole leadership thing. And it's not like he needs to take the damn ring to Middle Earth to burn it to Motor or to burn it in the damn lava. It's like you just need a man who just getting up, going to work, and bringing home a check and can pay some bills. And and to just be a halfway decent person, and y'all just function like and have a general plan. But no, the leadership skill that he need, like he leading the army through the Temple of Doom or some shit. Like it just turns into a weird thing. But if we're talking about just interpersonal relationships between regular folks, it's like so. But what's your thoughts on that? Where they try to talk about a lot about a man's leadership skills? I'm like, come on, yeah.
I think they packaged it horribly. Because when they talk about leadership, they talk about it and it comes off as you're a consummate fuck up and a calamity who constantly needs to be led out of your own. I got to lead you out of your own way. Like, I'm leading a horse to water and I got to beat you to drink it.
Damn.
This is how, like, we need leadership to do what? Well, I need you to lead me to not fuck up my life every day. Every day? Like, I don't know how I got in this other situation. I need leadership. Like, I don't think some of y'all recognize leaders cut you the fuck off. Yeah. Like a real leader will be like, you know what? You bring no value. You are a liability. And I think some people, they package it without understanding that some people who need leadership are lifelong liabilities. Leaders cannot grow with a team of liabilities. So, I'm sure you do need leadership, to stop from drinking bleach in the morning with your coffee. But I ain't got time to help your stupid ass. Like, doesn't make sense. And you're not man enough. Sometimes the you're not man enough argument comes along with, if you were a leader, I would know how to take a bath every day. Like, all right.
Yeah, you're not a leader, or no, that you're not man enough to deal with this manly woman. That's what they really saying. You're not man enough to handle this manly broad out here. Yeah, that's what they tell. That's what they telling you.
A real leader would teach a woman how to pee sitting down, because she's been trying to stand up her whole life and the floor is just stank.
But they was forced into that position of having to pee standing up. They had to do it because the world made them masculine that way. That's it.
I always hate that dumbass argument, because what exactly? Okay, so if the world made you be manly, then how come you spent from 7 to 37 getting your goddamn hair done? See, you don't want to talk about how much you spent on, quote unquote, at least being the representation of a lady while the world forced you to be a man. I don't see y'all ass out here playing in the mud, I don't see the world forcing you to be a man, y'all on power lines. I don't see the world forcing you to be a man and you at the gun range.
Yeah, they ain't been working in a coal mine or working on the railroad all the live long day. Like come on,
we were forced to be a man to work in this clerical position in this air conditioned building.
This cubicle is making me so masculine right now.
You know what? They forced me to get on this laptop and type. You know, like, come on, bro. Like, sometimes I think people don't want to take into consideration what some of y'all are saying. You are forced to be men is you put yourself in a position where you had to do everything because you said you could do everything. Nobody. A lot of y'all act like we don't know. If you're 40, a lot of y'all talk as if we don't know 30-year-old and 25-year-old you that said all the shit that got you into the position you're in today. See, it wasn't forced when I'm gonna do this because I don't need nobody. I'm gonna do this because I don't want nobody to tell me that. I'm gonna do this because I'm my own woman. I'm gonna do this because I'm a boss. I'm gonna do this because okay, shit. Hey, well, put all of those things on your calendar. And now that you're tired, you know, and now that you at work looking like the goddamn Junebug challenge because you're doing everything everywhere, you know, and now you were forced. Who forced you? You did. You forced you. Society didn't force you. It's just like people, it's the social media. You can unfollow motherfuckers. You click the follow button to follow these people who make you think and be like this. Like y'all act like y'all never turned a television off, a radio station off, a video off. That's like a fat person going to McDonald's talking about, you forced me to eat this 13 Big Macs I just ordered. I could not. It was the commercial. Da, 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 da. No, that's you. Y'all made me get a supersized fry. Like the fuck? Now, Bernard, can you hear me? Because I'm about to be trifling.
Oh, go ahead. I can hear you. I just had to Google the Junebug challenge real quick. I wasn't quite sure what it was, but I've seen. Yeah, I've seen it. I just didn't know it had a name. I didn't know it had a name. You know, but all right.
It's funny how when y'all get y'all young to old golden girls on, y'all not forced into that.
What is young to old golden girls?
3-4 women living in the house, and you thinking some of them kind of, each other's man.
Okay, yeah.
Like y'all not forced. See, a lot of this anti-man, anti-black man thing is just a cover for some people to get their rainbow flag on.
Oh no. You up and done it.
Yeah, y'all not forced to do shit because anybody who got kids, can you watch this? Y'all show powerful when it's time to file that to get that earned income credit because it's around tax season, ain't it? And
excuse me.
Can't nobody tell you nothing about that. All these programs that y'all ladies that y'all have for women and girls and black women and black girls, and we need to get more to empower these women. Well, shit, ain't nobody forcing y'all to not do it, right? Ain't nobody forcing it. They making ways for y'all that y'all don't even need. But it's because we're forced. Mm-hmm. As if other women of other races don't work. Like black women are the only women in America that have a job. I don't see white women working. What? I don't see Asian women working. What? I don't see Hispanic women working. What? Okay. I don't see Middle Eastern women working. What? And since you want to go there, You notice how all of those families actually abides by the social contract when they get married. They give them money. They don't take money away from the men. They make sure the men have money to start the family. They don't make sure the guy is starting in the negative. So my bad. I'm just.
Oh no, you good. You good. You good. You good. Tony Vegas 101 says, "Great show, guys. Women are a walking contradiction. They scream for leadership in the community, but constantly fight being led in their homes." That's a good point. I like how you said it. I don't even know if you were really trying to go down the route that I was literally just about to take it. You see, you said they constantly fight against leadership in their homes, but they're talking about leadership in the community. They're talking about men doing more community service, more foundations, more volunteering, helping with the youth, having some free games. You talk about this all the time, like a little free boxing or karate dojo or something like that to teach the kids this or teach the kids that, or basically they fight and reject leadership in the home, but they want black men to step up and do community service type of leadership, basically everything that just help them be a single mother more comfortably. That's basically the type of leadership that they want black men doing, the type of leadership that allows them to be more comfortable in whatever situation they're currently in. But leadership in the home and following the lead of a man, but that's not that kind of leadership. We're not talking about interpersonal relationships and her following the lead of a man in the home. But we need y'all leading in the community, doing community stuff.
What they come off as saying is they need leadership for fixing collateral damage.
Man.
You don't need leadership in decision making. I need leadership in fixing the consequences of my bad, aka her bad leadership. It's her choice to make these ask Cam Newton how that went. And, people have been doing that for a while with Cam. People forgot about the other kid that he had to punk out years ago.
I don't even remember that. No, I didn't. I thought that happened before.
Yeah, because one of the kids was talking. He did like that, and the kid jumped. He's like, "Yeah, you don't want that."
Oh, shit, I forgot about that.
I don't like how the way Cam dressed, but I done seen Cam on numerous times. He a gangster, man. I done seen him walk on plenty of people. Like, what? Don't let the smile fool you. I like
Cam. He had a horrible season. Let's just go and say that. But I like Cam Newton, man. He's a solid quarterback, and he's real. He need to quit wearing them damn Batman villain suits. He need to quit that. He need to quit dressing like a Batman villain.
I forgot he was from Atlanta. It made me go, okay. He kind of, him and Future friends, he basically dressed like Future and Andre 3000. It's like, I don't know what happened to you, but when he said he's from Atlanta, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. I really forgot about that. Let me back up. Okay. When people want leaders and you want leadership, you don't get to cut it on and off like a light switch. You don't get to call in leaders like Uber Eats when I'm ordering some leadership right now from 7 to 9 and get the hell on. Like, a lot of the problems that we have with the community is you want leadership after you taught. You want the children to have leadership while teaching the children to undermine leadership. And this is where a lot of our community goes left when we become adults. When you got so many adults who don't know how to do their goddamn job. And what I mean by that is too many people say don't want to do everything that they want to do, but they want to get paid for the shit, or they want somebody else to pay for the shit. And that starts at home. That starts with, the do as I say, not as I do mentality. And then the kids grow up to tell you they're going to do whatever they want, Belize. They're going to do whatever they want, and you're just going to have to deal with it. At this particular point, it's really irrefutable proof that all of this fake ass, I want what I want when I want it, it don't work for us as a community. And this is part of my rabbit hole ideology about ain't no social contract. Because if you want what you want when you want it, I'm gonna adhere to this contract when I want it. So since you out for self, I'm gonna be out for self. If I'm not gonna do a damn thing that doesn't benefit me, since you don't do a damn thing that doesn't benefit you. And I think that creates that's going to create a big enough rift in the community that people are going to have to sit back and say, you know what? Maybe this ain't a good idea. Because too many brothers and too many families have tried to guilt men into holding up their end of the bargain, knowing that they weren't going to get shit out of it. At this particular point, that's enough.
Right. Surik Limbrick says they don't want leadership. They want cleanup man. They're asking the same men they rejected in the past to lead with no benefits or no benefits afterwards. What you think about that one right there?
I mean, that was a talking point that we had for a very long time. I think the bigger question sometimes is not the man, it's the type. Because see, a lot of brothers, I'm one of those people that moved. So I'm not around the people that rejected me in the past. So the question is, for all the people who went to school, who went to the military, who just left their hometown, do you fit the type of the cleanup man? See, a lot of our community don't want to admit that. How can I say this properly? We have a lot of stereotypes of the people we know we could fuck over or put in bad situations for our benefit. So that's a not necessarily a global thing, but a national thing. So yeah, people want somebody to be the cleanup man later, but do you fit the cleanup man's look?
What's the cleanup man's look?
Hard-working guy who's not overly fashionable. That's the cleanup guy's look. The guy who you might out and about when he gets off. You don't necessarily see him when he's out, because when he's out, he blends in. Because he's a black man who blended in. He dresses a certain way. Now, and to be perfectly honest, this is why some guys get the goddamn tattoos and we dress the street way so we can blend in with the guys who aren't the cleanup guys, so we can't be pegged as the cleanup guy.
So you're saying if a dude walking around with a certain amount of tattoos, they don't view him as, oh no, this ain't somebody who's going to be cleaning up or doing nothing to help or benefit the greater good of the community. So they see the guy walking around in the community who just look like a regular dude, a regular job. He don't got no hood nigga swag, and he ain't no hood dude. But he's just a regular dude, but he looked like the dude prime for volunteering to help with the youth. Like you said, it's a certain look for that kind of guy.
Yes, you know what? When you look responsible, you're the cleanup guy. When you look irresponsible, you the wear that ass out guy.
But how much of it do you think is true that responsible looking guy is always the rejected guy? Like I know that's one of Obsidian's core talking points, and it's some truth in it, but I don't know if it's always necessarily the case that the guy that they want to help with the youth and clean up and do that is just automatically the guy who just ain't getting no pussy coming up. You know what I mean?
Okay. Oh shit! I didn't want to tell on some of y'all. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Fuck. Sometimes the responsible guy gets the worst rep because he leverages his responsibility because he knows you wouldn't be fucking with him if he wasn't the responsible guy. So sometimes the responsible guy is the one knocking chicks off left and right because you need me now, don't you? It's gonna cost you just like, Reckless Man cost you. Yeah, I got my uniform iron and all, but I'm finna get some head today.
I mean, to some degree, he should. I mean, if pussy getting tossed up, he should try to get him some pussy too. I mean,
yeah, but it's viewed as
it's bad when he do it. He ain't supposed to do it.
Like Superman ain't supposed to get the pussy the same way Lex Luthor get it. See what I'm saying?
You mean Superman just can't bend him over a garbage can like he can't? No, he can't do that.
No, he can't just fly in. I done saved your life now. I heard you calling me. I heard you calling me now. You looking kind of look. I done swooped you up now. Thank you. No. We in this alley for a reason now. I got X-ray vision now. You know what I'm saying? I seen you through the building when you was fucking, Lex that other day. You gonna give me some of this ass? I saved your life. Lex didn't save you. How dare you? What you mean? How dare me? You about to get some. If I'm gonna be Captain Saberhole, I'm gonna be Captain Bust a Nut too now. It come off the same way. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't come off the same way.
It don't hit the same. It don't. Antonio Calucango. The problem is no one wants the accountability nor responsibility of what it takes to move in a different way. Delayed gratification is non-existent. Yes, I agree. The delayed gratification is a problem with Black folks. Definitely. We do gotta.
Since we're talking about us, it is about us, but delayed gratification is an American thing on steroids.
Explain.
The way this country was built, it was built as I don't want to work. I want somebody else to do it for me, but I want the benefits right now.
Oh, damn. Say that again. I spaced out. I was reading. No, it ain't your fault. I was trying to figure out what he was talking about when he said, I see what Kevin Samuels was talking about, and I spaced out on what you said. So say what you said again, and we'll circle back to whatever you're talking about.
I'm saying America was built on the notion that I want it, but I don't want to work for it, but I want all the benefits from that work right now.
Okay.
So centuries have changed, and delayed gratification for us is pretty much a name brand lifestyle now. See, if the vast majority of Americans couldn't, if you missed a month without work, would you be okay? You see what I'm saying? The vast majority of Americans wouldn't.
Right. That's true.
So the vast majority of Americans don't have delayed gratification. If I got extra money after I pay all my bills, I could get what I want. That's how we operate.
Mm-hmm.
But let me shift that gear for 1 second. And I'm saying this to say this. We do that in our interpersonal relationships. Because we don't delay gratification, because guess what? I can't afford to keep doing this shit with you. I need something right now. I can't wait till next week. AKA like the 90-day rule. Bitch, I can't wait 90 days for all this shit I'm doing for you. I can't afford to be waiting 90 days. You know how much money I could have put into a stripper by now and got a return? I could have bought, an ounce of weed and fucked the hood rat who was stressed out by now. Like, I can't wait for the 91st day. Like, I can't do it. This is where we at. Just like, do women delay gratification on getting your resources? No. I want a date tonight. I want the cheddar biscuits tonight. I want your Netflix password when I get home tonight.
Hey, hold on. Somebody's asking what's LAR's channel. Moderators, re-spam out the chat room with LAR's link. Yeah, I was dropping it in there earlier. Somebody new in here needed. That's why I say when I'm doing a one-on-one, just keep it coming. Just keep it coming. Keep dropping it in there. New people come in might want to go subscribe to the lead off guest. So yeah, go ahead and drop that in there. Yeah, I don't got it queued up. I don't got it. So somebody else. I know Ricardo Rodney. Somebody. I know Dane Christopher be on that. Drop his links. Drop the links. Michael Ross says, "Do not spend any money on strippers." I've come to that conclusion. No.
I don't make it rain, but I've made it drizzle. I've made it drizzle a time or two. Not finna get rain out of me though. But a lot of you, fuck. I mean, I don't want to say some of this shit. But do you actually count the money you spent on the women you dated? See, that's the difference between strippers and regular date. You count the money with the stripper.
I think the difference is here's a difference with the women you're actually dating. There's the expectation. I don't even like the word expectation, but it's moving in a direction of you getting some sex, either short-term, long-term, however it comes, whether it's casual, whether it's relationship sex, whether it's what is sex is on the table. At the strip club, the only thing that's on the table, especially if you just throwing money in the air. I mean, she's popping her ass. She's gonna move close. She's gonna pop her ass closer to you, or you're gonna full blown pay for an actual lap dance where she's gonna sit on your lap and grind around a little bit, and then that's that. And if that, I'd rather if a guy has to choose, it seemed like he would choose buying drinks. I mean, there's a lot of debate in this space about taking them out to eat, feeding them, but buying drinks or buying dinner for somebody where there's the possibility, shout out to ARC, the possibility of some sex on the table, but we're at the strip club, there's not the possibility of sex, it's just the certainty of a lap dance. So the possibility of the sex is when dude's willing to pay more for the possibility of sex than what they're willing to pay for the certainty of a lap dance.
I'm gonna do this two different ways. I did a 5-minute video on how you could use wings to get dates.
Use wings.
Cheapest way. Use wings to
chicken
get
wings.
Dates. Yes.
I'm all for it. Okay, I'm listening. I'm all ears.
Okay. Well, I'll bring it this Cliff Notes. Fellas, all you got to do is go out. You don't have to buy drinks. You go out to a bar or a lounge, see who you think you like, and normally single women sit by themselves in groups, and just go over there and buy some fucking wings. Have a conversation over wings. It costs a whole lot less than drinks. And if you got a big appetite, what's 20 wings gonna cost you? You could pinch off a couple of wings to the chicks next to you. It's an easy fix. Wings and fries. It's a date / pre-date all rolled into one. Because if it's 2-3 girls there and they talk, y'all all talking and eating wings, you could see which one you would rather talk to. If it's one chick there, you could just sit there eating wings, having a conversation. Bam. You was gonna go eat wings any fucking way. So if you was gonna order 15 for yourself, just say you're gonna eat 10. She gonna eat 5. Conversation, phone number. cheeks by the end of the week. Who knows? The other thing I was trying, the strip club is very simple. I'm not saying, I'm not talking about the possibility of sex. I'm talking about how much you spend on the possibility of sex. See, if you go to a strip club, it's $20 to get in. You got a certain amount of money on you. If you went to the ATM, they'd charge you $6, $8, $10 to get the money out that you finna spend. You trying to get ones, they probably gonna jip you on the ones when you turn in your 20s or 100s into ones. So by the time you leave, you know exactly how much money you spent on a possibility of sex. And you know if you did, bitch, I'm not doing this no more. I done spent $300 tonight just to look at some free ass. You know you're not gonna do that shit again.
Mm-hmm.
But when you dating, you don't add up, okay, drinks, you saw the check, you left a tip, but you ain't thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
You went to the grocery store or whatever, you bought a gift, you swiped your card, you ain't thinking about it. So by the end of a 30-day period, you have no idea, 10, 14, 30 days, you really don't think about how much you spent on the possibility of sex. No. I'm just saying, be practical. You know what? If I just met her, she got $150 threshold, goddammit. Write that shit out. Give yourself a dating ledger. Because how many times have you overspent for nothing?
Man, had I kept a ledger, I'd have been. I'm so glad I didn't keep a ledger, because I would have been miserable had I did that. Because it just adds up. It adds up something vicious. So I'm glad.
You know what, fellas, I need my credit for this. Anybody in IT, we need to make a tricking app to calculate all of your tricking monthly, like a tricking $17 trick. So you could like acorns your tricking. Like you can invest the change or something.
Yeah.
It's easier.
That's some funny stuff. The acorn for the tricking. So hey, that's funny. You got to keep the change on your tricking, man. That's I like that. That's good. That's good stuff. Oh man, let's see where we at. It's so Trapdoor with that super chat that he had. He said he meant Kevin Samuels was right. Hypergamy ruled women. I don't even know the context of the conversation we was having when he talked on that. I don't spend a lot of time talking about hypergamy. It's like it's not that big of a deal. I suppose the only way that I kind of segue into talking about hypergamy is when, and it sort of goes back to what we was talking about before, how the woman, it comes into play when a woman make a lot of money to the point to where she could potentially price herself out of the market if she's saying that a guy has to make what she makes or more, but she make 150,000, but she's average at best, but she's still trying to operate on some hypergamous stuff. So the guy got to make either somewhere between 150,000 and 200,000. That's the only time that I look at hypergamy as a problem, when a woman then priced herself out of the market. But other than that, hypergamy not a big deal to me. I don't even see why it's that major of a talking point in some spaces. But you could touch on that if you want to.
The only problem with hypergamy is you don't add debt into
it. Okay, I see where you're going.
You know, some people live above or right at their means. Mm-hmm. But the debt aspect of it is, if a woman's making 50 and a guy's making 75, mm-hmm. on paper they make more money. Okay. But where's the debt to income calculator? See, a lot of people get caught up, and I'll say this using the guys as an example. A lot of fellas don't think about part of the hypergamy is her debt. She needs a guy who makes more than her because it'll help her pay down her debt if you take over her lifestyle. Mm. So at the end of the day, you know, if you don't factor in how much a person owes, you really don't know what you're really getting into. So yeah, a person could be high, because even when Kevin does it, you know, he puts numbers on it. But you know, Kevin doesn't necessarily. I don't think Kevin asked if you go on student loan debt, because he talks to a lot of quote unquote women that have an education, educated women.
He would start picking their ass apart even more if his line of questioning. If he say, okay, and how much student loan debt? If he throw that in there, yeah, that'll open up a whole nother can of. Well, no, actually, he has. He don't consistently put that in there, but he makes this point, and this is a whole nother rabbit hole. They go to school, they get the education, they got the job, they want a man making 6 figures, and then when he asks them that undefeated $1 million question, do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you have your first kid? That is a brilliant question, because the answer is always no. So you telling me you went to school, you got $100,000 in debt for some job that you're not even going to work after you get married, that this man who marry you is going to have to pay. Why the hell you even go to school to begin with? It's like, if everything works out, you just completely just screwed over the whole situation.
Like I know the sisters that I know who make 6 figures, the vast majority of them have a master's degree in student loan debt, and they've been making 6 figures at least 5-6 years. And that's still a massive chunk of their bills. So even when you use that as a reference, sometimes having a kid is just cover for the student loan debt, because they don't want to pay significant bills. So if they want to pay 30%, what is their student loan debt about that 30%? Is it, because I hate to say this, but I don't hate to say this. A lot of women do a lot of double talk and half truth talk. You know, where you don't want to pay, you don't want to pay significant bills. You want to pay around 30%. But you're not going to say that 30% is actually your student loan debt, and he's actually got to foot the bill for the 30%, your 30% of the household bills. 2 different 30%.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow. Snuggles in the building says, Bernard, are you going to open the panel so we can find out who the catalyst is going to be? I think you mean antagonist. So the party can get started. I was actually planning on not opening it up, but we are 2 hours and 37 minutes in. So for 23 minutes, the link will be in the chat, because we're going to go in and wrap it up we're going to probably wrap it up. No, we're going to wrap it up right after 12, at 12 noon. That's when we wrapping it up right at 12 noon. So we got 16 minutes. If somebody wanted to come up with questions or comments, we could briefly do that and take it home from there. But I like having this good leveled conversation, good level-headed conversation with LAR. I really definitely greatly enjoyed this, but we got 16 minutes on the clock for somebody to come on up.
I'm sorry, a little bit off topic. I gotta tell you, my lady, she's hoping this was to go longer, because today is workout day, and I'm gonna be like an old football coach with a whistle.
So you de facto trainer?
She likes to go on walks. So when I walk with her, you know, as like a, when she takes walk, we fucking walk to Galilee and shit. And I was like, so she's like, I'm gonna work out with you one day. So this is my day to get back at her. I'm finna be out there. Get on the line.
Oh yeah.
So, y'all want men to pay back women today? It's finna happen. I told her she's gonna be running like Bill Cosby on that track episode.
Track episode of the Cosby Show?
Yeah.
I vaguely remember that one.
He was breaking down. She gonna be looking like the Junebug challenge. That's how she gonna be running by the end of the day. It's be over. Right? It's all the pie.
You mentioned that Junebug challenge too many times. So let me catch a video of you online doing the challenge, nigga. Don't let me catch that one.
I'm calling my cousin and my son. He wants to play football, so that's gonna be my de facto coaching thing. Oh, you're tired, huh? Got your ass Junebugging it out, huh? Get on the line. Let's go.
You got a son, right? You said you got a son. You got or just one kid or son and a daughter, or just one?
Oh, just
one son. How old?
14.
14. Okay, so yeah, that would put him about what, 8th grade?
Oh, he's a freshman.
No, that's right, 9th grade. Okay, yeah. In the sports, you got him out there.
He's about to live with me, so he finna be out there. His mama like pulling him out of the sports the minute she get a bug up her butt. So his ass finna get tossed in football. I'm not sure if he can play basketball. He said he can, but I don't see it. But track, and if the basketball don't work, he gonna be boxing.
All right. You said he about to come live with you. So that's what's up. That's what's up. How did y'all come to that conclusion that that's what y'all gonna do? Uh-oh.
Because exactly. Bitch, I don't want to listen to this shit. Come get him. How it works out most times.
Yeah.
Come eat dinner. Bitch, I don't want no more of your fucking pizza. I'm sick of this shit.
That's cool. Prior to him coming to live with you, what was what was the situation like? Was it like the weekends, summers, or what was the deal?
It actually got bad. And it actually got bad because it was one of those situations where summers and vacations and shit. And like I said, in the beginning, he lived with me early on. So it got to the point where she was trying to, you don't have to be around your dad. And he was like, for real? I was like, okay. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to let y'all have it. Since y'all think y'all such a good team together, I'm not going to be the bad guy. And let's just say, I think I told him like 6 months ago, I said, you want to see how this really going to be? Cool, I'm going to show you. And I was like, you just call me. I'm not going to call you. I'm not going to chase you. I'm not going to do nothing. 6 months, let's see how it works. Oh, that shit started breaking down fast.
Man.
But yeah.
But that's cool. That's cool. He coming to live with you, man. That's one of that's a flashpoint of this show that I always talk about. Fathers getting custody of your kids, especially that's right at the right age. I mean, I prefer sooner. I prefer from day one, and that's just me. But bare minimum, when they start getting to that, right around 12, 13 years old, it's time. It's time.
Most fathers who might understand the concept. I was reboot daddy.
What does that mean?
You keep fucking the kid up. Send him to daddy. Reboot him. He's good now.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, I know that I didn't have that exact experience, but I do know that it was a situation with when my kids was younger. This was when he was married and everything, but I would be working long hours. Like it was a moment where I worked a job where the job did layoffs in the in the winter because we made parts for metal roofs and nobody works on a roof in Michigan in the winter, so it would be a layoff. So it was cool. So it was like a little 3-month vacation where I collected some unemployment, but it was good. I had young kids, so I was like, I get to be with the kids. So I like that. I like that. Got a little check, and we didn't make that much money anyway. So, I mean, we ain't had that many bills. We was young. We was, 20, 21 in that age range or whatever. So in my early 20s, when I was working that job, it was cool. So I would be with the kids for like 3 months and I was getting them right. then I would go back to work once, the snowfall and start working long hours. And I'm like, why is this boy walking around here whining and crying? And you can't tell him no. He on the floor doing the funky chicken because he can't have no more candy and shit. Like, what the hell is going on? but yeah, so it was like I had to keep correcting stuff. So I could imagine how bad it is if it was elongated period of times. Because if y'all was doing summer, it's not like y'all probably live in different states.
Yeah.
Or if you live in different states, that means it would be long, multi-month periods of time. Yeah. So you basically almost went like the whole year messing them up, and you had to get them right for the summer, send them back right, and then you back ruined in another 2 months. And then you got, I already know how that goes.
That's why I like the spring breaks and the Christmases and all that, and the other quick holidays. That's why it was funny, because my son learned that. So when he lived with me, he was like 4, and he tried to have a temper tantrum at Walmart. You know how the kids fall out? So he thought that shit would work with me. So I just put my foot and I started, sliding him across the floor like a goddamn soccer ball. Like, I don't give a shit about you crying. We finna get through this aisle. And it got to the point where he was like, you know what? This shit don't work. So the older he got, it was like he knew you going to your daddy. Shit, this nigga finna like. So he would like get straightened up, and we have a lot of fun though. And after a while, she thought he was all good, because I was having I do certain things that I don't prepare I've never parented as preparing my son for next year. I prepare him like 2 or 3 years ahead. So the things I would do with him, if it was schoolwork, it wouldn't be that school year. It'd be another school year. So when he gets to school, everything is easy. With life stuff, I would prepare him for the things he was going to go through in the next up and coming years. So when he would face them, it wasn't a big deal. So now I took him somewhere. He had the how the kids have the zip lines and they go on the camping trips.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was one time he went to the a camping trip, and they put the vest on you for swimming. But you could jump, but the lake is like off of a 30-foot cliff.
Oh. So
you could jump down if you wanted to. It was like, what that boy put on the vest and just ran. He was like, ah, like he didn't did a cannonball. I was like, yeah, because he's really not afraid of shit. Because like I kind of let him I throw him right into the lines then if he want to do something.
Mm-hmm.
So I let him see it, and he'd be like, either he gonna quit immediately or he can be like, okay, I'm with this shit. So it's just a different.
Yeah, it's a different mindset, different mentality, different all of that with fathers. But yeah, I'm all for that. I'm all for that. So I'm glad to hear that you gonna have your son while he's 14, 9th grade. That's about the right time. Well, shit, right now is are they doing? Is he like back in school, like physically in school? It was, or did he doing it at home?
And he don't, and that made it worse. So a lot of people don't, because he, too social. He, I look at it like even with parenting and people who do not the homeschooling, but the schooling over the computer or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of exposed bad parenting. At the same time, it exposed kids thinking that they could be adults and it was their responsible. So it's like a powder keg of fuckery.
Right.
Because now you got parents like, okay, the kids in your home, in your house, and they're not doing what the fuck they're supposed to do, or they're doing it wrong, and you're not checking up on them. And on the flip side, the kids like, shit, this is the perfect opportunity to show you that I'm grown. I can handle my own business. And they having mental fucking breakdowns. I'm always getting work. They sending me work. I'm like, yeah, that's the fuck is going on. So my son, he's it's that he don't like. He knows how I'm gonna troll his ass. Like I'm gonna troll the shit out. I'm like, oh, so you're not grown? You can't handle it? Really?
Mm-hmm.
You can't. I thought you could do whatever you. I thought you was good at this shit. It's not like that, Dad. It's not. Like, what are you talking about? You a grown man, remember?
Right.
But you know, I tell them same thing with my nieces and nephews. I tell them like, this is your introduction to college, because ain't nobody gonna be looking over your goddamn shoulder when you get to college. Either you gonna do the shit or you're not. You gonna fail.
Right.
Get out. So it's time to grow up.
Right on. And you had wrote the book. What was it called? Lessons of a Non-Custodial Parent. That was it. Do you got another book in you? You think you might write another one? Are you writing another one? What you thinking on that? I
was supposed to write a sci-fi book. I'm still holding on to that.
Man, do that, please.
And I'm really about to use this experience and probably going to write a book when my son graduates about the things to do, because for me it's going to be an easy transition. For him, he takes a second, so I'll say give him about 2 months, he'll be straight. But I think fathers need to know that transition part into remember, use the best example. You remember Dwayne Wade had to live with his daddy, and that's what actually put him on the path that he's on. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna try to write a book of that part up, because the one thing I do know absolutely for certain is that mom's not gonna like to hear this, but fathers are more involved than mothers, because fathers actually put their kids in things that they have to compete at, whether it's physically or mentally.
Yeah.
And the kid and the structure involved in that is completely different from a home structure.
Yeah.
So a lot of so to me, what you normally have to deal with is breaking down that training of mom trying to undermine dad. Once you break down that training, it's a whole completely different ballgame. So, and to me, honestly, I'm sorry for being long-winded on this.
Oh no, you good. You good.
A lot of what happens is you see teenagers not just flip out because they're teenagers, especially in these single parent situations. It's because mom and dad have completely different parenting styles. Mm-hmm. And the kids start realizing they're going to be unsuccessful with mom, even though they love her. So that creates a whole nother situation.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a whole nother topic. Rather not kids actually see it and realize it. Well, you don't. Damn. I think my son low-key saw it yeah. I think they do. I never even thought about it like that, but I think they do. I think they do realize it, that it ain't gonna work out in that way with that situation with the mom. That's interesting. Damn, you just at the end of the day. Right at the end of the show. We're getting right up at 12 noon, so we about to wrap this up. Your name LAR Movement. I'm taking it. That means, I think I asked you this. That means you live in LA, correct? Or from LA? No, that has nothing to do with LA. Okay, because I was sitting there thinking to myself, are you on the West Coast? Are you in LA? Your ass got up early as hell for this.
My YouTube page is a hobby, but hip hop nigga. I've been a rapper. So me and my homeboy Mo, who's a producer, we started a group called LAR Movement.
Oh, okay.
And so LAR Movement is Lorraine's Audubon Revival. Lorraine's is where the Lorraine's Motel is where Martin Luther King was killed. Mm-hmm. The Audubon is where Malcolm X was killed, and revival as in reviving that type of ideology back. So that's what it was about, and so that's where it that's what that's about. So I just kept the name because it's even with the content, it's still trying to bring back the Black community to prominence.
Right. I like that. That was pretty cool. I didn't even know the origins of your name. I just assumed it had something to do with LA. Like I thought you was from LA. But guys, that's cool. I thought you was from LA and your name was Roderick or some shit.
Listen, first of all, okay, I was born in New Orleans, raised in New Orleans, and stayed in the DMV for a little bit, and then finished out on the west side of Chicago, aka Maywood. If anybody watched the Judas and the Black Messiah, I'm from that neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
You know?
So you're not a nigga from LA named Rodney.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
This nigga had to put baby boy back in this. Come on, Rodney.
Raheem. I just thought your name started with an R. You was from LA. This nigga named Raheem. Rodney.
What is it? What does the LAR movement stands for? Los Angeles Rolling 60s, cuz.
All right. We're gonna wrap it up on that note right there, man. This was a great one-on-one. Did it with no panel, even though I did put the link in the chat at the end of it. Anybody come up, but that was all good, man. We had definitely a good conversation. Look forward to doing this with you again. Love having you on. One of the OGs of this space. So, man, thank you for coming on through. But we got to get up out of here. We got some closing words. You got your church finger up. What was up?
I'm sorry to say, nigga, when you cut the thing off on Sister George for the last word on that last. I almost crashed the car.
Oh man, that was funny.
Oh shit. Oh
man. Oh yeah.
You got the last word.
And I set her up good. I was like, all right, so we're gonna pass this to George as the lead off. So I want you to go ahead and have your last words, get your final say, your final take on the show today. Go ahead, you got the floor, you got the mic. Oops, click and just cut it off.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
That's all. I'm done. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, that was funny as hell. But all right, y'all, we out of here. Peace, y'all.